Hello, hello.
Oh my god. Oh my god, hi.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Who's Captain Zero Puns? What a lame name.
What the?
Well, you can get at least one of them.
I can do several puns.
Wow, you couldn't for Captain's sister.
Wait, when was that?
Wait, at the Ren Fair in Maryland?
Oh, right.
In the Captain's family.
Right.
And, her sister, upon learning of your username, asked for a
Oh
pun.
my god, I remember that.
Give it to her
I like.
'cause you're a charlatan.
I think I like deleted that conversation from my memory or something. My
Typical man will hold accountability.
in order to protect the ego, this memory must be deleted. What? No, I'm just terrible at improvising, which is a skill I hoped I would get better at as a streamer, which I might have gotten a little bit better at, but I don't know. The results seem mixed.
I feel like your improvisation is getting flustered.
I just get flustered. I'm just like, ooh. I guess so.
Well, welcome to Big Walk Day.
Big Walk Day?
It's Big Walk Day. What do you do to celebrate? The new game from Untitled Goose Game developer. That's a multiplayer.
Tell me his name, Big Walk.
Yeah, that's what I thought
I know.
too. That's what I thought
No,
too.
because I've been saying that constantly to make fun of it.
Okay.
I'm
It's
doing my
just, like,
spin off.
not-
You know, sometimes people release a game.
It's just not as understandable to like. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You have to specify what
It's
you're
also
talking
just
about.
kind of how we say walk.
Yeah, we just say walk.
Walk. I'm walking.
Hey, I'm walking
It sounds
here.
like what, New Yorkers?
But you know,
Yeah.
like they how ahead of like a big game, sometimes people release like a low effort clone to try and get people to buy it or something. I just make a game called Big Walk. WOK.
But it's a cooking simulator.
That would be amazing.
I just take the assets from sledding game and just say you're sledding in a big walk, not a sled.
Mhm.
Ooh. I didn't even intentionally do that. My fucking clothes that I bought are coming soon.
Good. Can't wait to see pictures of
Um,
you in them.
Yeah, surely.
Bitch, you better. I'll fucking peer pressure bully the shit out of you. You see me in clothes a million times. I'll see you in clothes.
They've arrived in the city I'm in, so they could be delivered today, I guess, but it says to expect them tomorrow or the day after. I don't know. I guess they're not on board for shipping. Not on board. They're not on the fucking, what do you call it?
Out for delivery.
They're not on board on the fucking post van, I guess, but they're at the facility, which is good. Because it means they'll
Nice.
probably be delivered today.
Good sign.
Not today, tomorrow. Well, it says arrived in facility. Oh, at facility, sorry. I said it wrong.
Okay, that's huge.
That's big.
Oh yeah, Rose.
Can't wait to see it on stream, right?
Surely I would show up myself on stream. No, ew.
Well, you know,
I used to do that when I was
to be an IRL
when I-
streamer.
Oh, I see. It's kind of epic. Good job, Hans. Very proud of you to be an IRL streamer.
Nah.
Look at the views. Look at the views.
The views.
Yeah, Hans, we get so many views.
I don't know.
And we all join with our webcams on. It'd be so good.
Cat does not seem to like that idea.
No. I will not be joining
She's
anything.
She's the prettiest one. That's bullshit.
Shut up, bitch.
No, I think I would. I like being a VTuber. I like the idea of being like a different character than IRL. Although it wouldn't be too hard to like cosplay as myself IRL. I guess it wouldn't be like crazy difficult. But
No, it'd be pretty fucking easy. White wig, or
White.
What?
pink wig, white horns, a drop shoulder, white t-shirt. You could use
Yeah, I
stencil
was
on the
also pretty sure
strawberry
you could
yourself.
band.
Black collar, yeah, I
find-
got that.
Do you have one broken horn? I forget.
Nope, they're intact.
Oh no, they're just intact. Damn.
Despite Zachy
Range.
Lucky trying to break it every time he stops by stream, they are pristine and intact.
Pristine and intact.
Mm-hmm.
You can
I
pick your
think-
teeth with them.
True. If I could get the horns to my teeth.
Picking my teeth with them. When I break them off.
What the? No. I need those for ramming my head into walls. And getting stuck in the walls. Hi, Sevi. Hi. How you doing?
Hi.
Did Windows fuck you over? Nah. Also, 10 stream streak. Holy. What the heck's heavy? That's like. Since I only do 3 streams a week right now, every time I see like a 10 stream streak or like a 20 stream streak, I'm like, holy, that's like several weeks. That's crazy. What the heck? I love watching you. Aww, thank you, Sevi. You know what is something IRL that I would want to do maybe at some point as like a subscriber reward? I want to do a thigh cam stream.
Cooking stream. Oh, sorry.
No. Nah. And I think that would be fun, specifically because I have my foot mouse and my foot pedals at my feet. So like, chat would
A foot stream. You said thigh stream. I'm fucking foot stream, which is even.
I don't know if that's
else.
allowed on Twitch.
Really? It's not?
Stream.
I
Like,
think
I'd
if
be
you've
wearing
actually got a
thigh-highs and
legitimate
everything.
reason, I think if you're trying to do it as a sexual thing, it's not allowed. But if you're just like actually using it and you have a disability, which means you have to like use your feet, I think you're allowed to. As long as you're not
I think that'd
sexualizing
be
it.
fine.
You know?
Yeah.
I also think that'd be fun.
Yeah, right. Because I've seen thigh cams before.
Yeah, it's not like feet are banned. Feet aren't inherently sexual.
That
Neither
true,
is
but-
any other body part really, but
Well,
you
with
know,
one or two exceptions,
whatever.
yeah.
no, even then, it's not. I don't know, it depends. People are gonna sexualize certain body parts, but you know.
I unfortunately, as a femboy, I think people are gonna sexualize my
In
feet
an
no matter what I do.
In an ideal
Oh, I'm
world,
sure you hate that.
in an ideal world, if someone doesn't want a thing to be sexualized, it doesn't get sexualized regardless of what body part it is. But obviously, we're not in an ideal world, I guess.
But yeah, that's
We're not
something.
in an ideal world. What?
Yeah,
Damn
I'm sorry
it.
to break it to you, but we're not in an ideal world. Sadly.
What was that meme where it's like the guy's like, this is not an ideal world. I forgot what it was about. I forgot what the rest of it was about, but like, I see flashes of images through my head, and I'm trying to connect the dots, but I can't.
My God.
What's that, honey? Little machine. Oh yes, that's it. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Yeah, let me put that on. Pull that up the stream.
Oh, excuse me, that was so gross. I'm so sorry.
We didn't hear it.
Yep, it didn't come on the mic. You're good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Would not exist.
Oh, so gross.
But this is not a
It was fucking awful. I'm sorry, but like you didn't hear it, but I still feel bad. You know.
Apologies to everyone that did hear. You know.
Yeah, apologies to anyone who may have heard it. Apologies to all my neighbors. No, I don't think they would have heard it.
Are you watching with us stream?
In a perfect world.
No, I'm not watching the stream at all.
Me would not
Okay,
exist.
yeah, I'll post it in the.
But this is not a perfect world.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, I did forget about this one.
This is exactly what I was thinking. Thank you, honey. In a perfect world, men like me wouldn't exist. But this is not a perfect world.
Men like me would not exist. But this is not a perfect world.
Oh, all my settings got
In a
lowered
perfect
in this
world,
fucking game. What?
Men like me would not exist. But this is not a perfect world.
A classic. Look, it's not sexual, not showing a lot of skin. Okay. I mean, I'll probably be wearing like my thigh highs and stuff. I'll might be wearing a pair of my classic puns striped thigh highs while I'm I don't know, playing Factorio or something, I guess. Factorio's been fun, by the way. I've been playing that every Saturday on stream. I don't know if you've seen any of it, Kat, but that mod that I'm using to control the engineer with my mouse has been working out really good, actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I've been able to like slowly increase how long I'm able to play the game for. So I'm at like the last stream was like, I think 5 hours. Yeah.
That's a pretty short session for Factorio.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's for normal people that's not a lot of time at all, because I know back when I was a college student I played the shit out of Factorio. Like many weekends were consumed by Factorio. I would just boot it up and then it would be evening and it's like, oh, there goes my Sunday. Oh fuck, I have homework to do. No. But yeah, it's been fun so far. I'm just about to get to the space age stuff. I think I just got nuclear power.
You think?
I think.
Oh shit.
I think, therefore I am.
Okay.
Does that mean if I don't think I'm not?
I mean, I guess so. That's the contrapositive, right?
But does it prove the contrapositive?
I don't know. What if brain is peanut?
What if peanut is brain?
Oh, typing M111. You're in the right stream. The streamer's brain is peanut.
True.
Yeah, if you look at this streamer, he can't move, and then when you blink, he'll appear behind you instead.
No, not that
Yep.
peanut.
Yep, exactly what I was thinking, Cat. And go,
No, not that Vita. No, I don't want to die.
Oh, I love SCP Containment Breach. That was like one of my favorite horror games growing up. That game still spooks me to this day. Oh no. Do you guys have a favorite horror game that you liked growing up?
I have very little loyalty, I guess, to like games like that.
Really?
So there's not really like a singular game that I can be like, oh, I loved this game while I'm growing up, except like World of Warcraft and Minecraft.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a horror game I played growing up. I don't know. I'm really striking out.
Yeah, because like, even despite me saying that like SCP Containment Breach, I didn't play a whole lot of horror. Like I never played any of the Resident Evil.
It doesn't. There's some parts of the Max Payne games that are really spooky, where you're like in these weird nightmare sequences and there's screaming dead babies and shit. And I might have played one of those Silent Hill games, but I really don't remember that actually. I think I must have just watched a friend play it.
I don't think I've actually played a Max Payne game. I remember watching people play 3 because it was a very big game when it released, but I know it's the game where you go into slow-mo and shoot people and be all cool. And I'd see that, I'd be like, whoa, that looks cool as fuck.
Wow, that looks so cool.
Damn, looks so cool. Why'd you make me sound like that? Are you calling me a nerd?
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Resident Evil 2 or Dead Money Fallout Vegas DLC? True. Dead Money is like so hard compared to the base game of Fallout in Vegas.
I have never played the Fallout New Vegas DLCs. As much as I love the game, I never played the DLCs.
I think you'd like Dead Money.
You're a fucking lunatic, I swear to God.
Like
one of your favorite games and you just don't play the DLC? Like, why would you even do that?
I don't even know. I guess maybe when I first played it, my first playthrough, I didn't have the DLCs.
Sure. And
then my next 2 playthroughs, I didn't reach far enough to get to the DLCs. Like genuinely, I'd say it's my 3rd favorite game. I don't know why I haven't played the DLCs.
Do it then.
Yeah, do it.
I really should. At the moment, I am playing through the Witcher series though, which is my favorite game. And well, Witcher 3 is my favorite game. And the Witcher series is my favorite series now, because I've played through the other 2 games. And I'm on to the 3rd.
How have you been liking 1 and 2 compared to like the 3rd?
1, I liked a lot. 2 doesn't really have much in it. It feels kind of empty, and a lot of the maps were very like hallway-ish. Like it was free roam in a lot of them, but it felt like I was free roaming through
hallways.
Even when it was like out in like a big open jungle, it's like there's like bushes and trees and shit that are like you have to walk down these specific paths. Everything was paths instead of like any open expanses, which I get they probably couldn't run it on whatever engine they were using. Couldn't do like big open expanses, but still, I don't know. It kind of felt a little like, I mean, the first game also didn't have many super open expanses, but the second game just felt more new, so it felt like it should have. Also, the combat wasn't that great. The first game's combat kind of sucked. but it felt old, and it was like had like a little bit of old charm to it. The second game was kind of just like, obviously, it felt like a worse version of The Witcher 3, and a lot of people don't like The Witcher 3's combat, so, you know.
They don't?
Yes. Majority of people I have talked to who've played The Witcher 3 say that the two complaints I hear the most with people with The Witcher 3 is they don't like how slow it is, the story-wise. They don't like the pacing. Or they can't stand the fucking combat. Or the controls. Which I completely disagree with. I fucking love the combat and the controls. I think it's amazing. But I guess it's not okay for some people. I hear people complaining about how slow the character moves, but you literally have like a sprint that you can just activate during combat if you need to, and you can dodge into things, you can roll if you want to get further. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. It doesn't make sense, but some people have issues, I guess. I understand, I guess, that. I don't know. I know someone who downloaded one of the mods that cleans up combat a little bit in terms of like makes a lot of animations faster. It makes you walk faster and shit. And they said that it really improved the game for them. So I'm glad, but I actually don't really need that. I was thinking of downloading mods for that, but I really only got mods for, I guess like Radiant contracts, and like random events, as in like random things could attack me at certain points in the game.
Well, you know, it's a game I like.
The one that we can't stop
when they cry.
because Pons isn't back yet. Oh, Pons is back! Oh my god, we can start! You know what? I'll be back now because I just realized my water bottle's empty and I'm gonna refill it so I don't leave in the middle of the stream.
Water
We
bottle.
can start!
What? Go on.
Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm back.
Welcome back. Not yet. I love brain rot. No. Don't do flowery like that.
I have.
He's good. I've also played it.
I played Dying Light 1 and Dying Light 2. But I didn't play 2 after they did all the like patches and apparently fixed it up. I played it on release, and it was like alright, but like, yeah, it did need a few things changed, I feel. Hard to remember exactly what those were, I just remember not being completely satisfied with it compared to the first game.
That does help.
What a guy.
Ah! Sorry. I said raw, but yeah. Rawr. Roar. Roar, X3 nuzzles. No, 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 no.
Right.
Rawr, X3 nuzzles, you're bulky wonky.
Right.
sorry.
Oh no!
Is on you. Ooh, you so warm. I couldn't help but notice you're bulging from across the floor.
You're gonna trigger how?
It's gotta be Rose.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was typing a message and I don't have the stream open at all. Oh, what's going on? Fuck, I'm sorry. You wish. They said the typhoon's moving slow, so it could be like this all day tomorrow. And even a little weather'd be enough. What? Oh, a little weather.
To be enough to stop the boat.
Oh, I was reading it. Okay, the way I was reading the D, like, there was like weathered for some reason. Weather'd be enough to stop the boats. I see. I'm sorry. I'm like not in it right now.
Drink a cold, refreshing Mountain Dew. Cheer your caffeine up.
I should go get the Coke out of the fridge and start drinking.
Suppose it's me.
Add some alcohol to that.
Yeah, why not?
It looks like we won't be able to head out on Sunday after all.
念のため月曜日に外部とのスケジュールを入れなくて正解だったよ。
I'm glad I was cautious and didn't make any appointments for Monday with the outside world.
ってことは月曜の学校はサボれそう。島生活ってのも悪くないもんだぜ。そういや、ジェシカは登校って毎日船で通ってるわけだろ。船が欠航したら学校はどうなるんだ。カメハメハ大王並みに雨が降ったらお休みで風が吹いたら遅刻してか。
船が出なきゃ休みになるぜ。
カメハメハ。カメハメハ。If the boats don't come, I'll stay home. Still, it's not as good as it sounds. Most of the time I get ordered to do private study and they're super anal about checking it, so it's not like I can take it easy.
例えば梅雨なんかの長く天気数日間くらい登校できないこともあるんじゃねえのか。
そういうこともあるぜ。
Yep, that happens. Then every single day, I'll get a call from my homeroom teacher, thoroughly instructing me on what to study and what to turn in.
バトラ君が考えてるほど簡単にはサボれないよ。
She can't slack off as easily as you're thinking, Battler
船
can.
で通う人たちのルールに従ってしっかり
She
勉
has
強
to follow
して
the
いるよ。
rules for people that travel to school by boat and get a good amount of studying done.
むしろ登校できた方が気楽だぜ。
It'd actually be easier to just go to school. In my own room, I get distracted and can't concentrate. Real shit. Fucking when they turned everything to fucking online study during the fucking pandemic. Plus, because like my first year of uni was when the pandemic started. Plus, being made to do nothing but the workbooks for several days straight is really mentally stressful. What? We had my uni wasn't like scrambling to get stuff online working. My uni already had video recordings for the thing. They just had to force every lecturer to do it. But every classroom already had a thing to record lectures, like a camera and a fucking, what do you call it? Like a whiteboard projector that you could like write things on, and it projected on the thing. They also recorded that. So it was very easy to do the conversion over, and they just needed to convince some of the old lecturers who were like, I'm not recording my lectures. There are people who have to come to my class. They have to be like, well, no, you have to record them now. Yeah, but then there was also practicals, which were a bit of a struggle because I was doing electrical engineering. I was doing general engineering first year, and then we picked electrical engineering like later, but there was still some restriction stuff in the second year. But the what do you call it? The engineering practicals, we had to actually like go in to do like a chemical engineering course, right? Because you can't do a chemistry practical at home. They're not giving you all the chemicals to take home and do. So we had to go in to do it. Yeah, we had to go Well, yeah, no one has who has a fume cupboard at home, right?
Loan me a fume hood.
But yeah, basically, like we had to go in for that shit, but then you'd have to wear masks, and then you'd have to like obviously crazy stuff. You have to wash your hands before you go in. Whoa! But there was also like the things of limited amount of people in certain rooms, so they would have to split up the practicals. I think because I think there was too many people per room because it wasn't big enough or some shit. I don't know. We had like room spacing limits, I believe. It was weird. It was not that crazy, but a lot of people didn't want to show up to practicals because COVID stuff. But then again, also there was like one case in like the first few months. Like there was like barely any cases in the place that I lived. It was like fuck all cases. It was like one case in like the first like 6 months. So, you know. Wasn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
We still had all the restrictions though, because we still follow Australian government laws.
Well,
right?
you know, that probably contributed to the first few months only having one case.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you didn't follow all the restrictions and just said, fuck it, well, I'll go out. That one case person would have met 5 other
Australia did really well during the pandemic. All things considered. Yeah. Anyway, I'm supposed to be reading this line. When I'm ready for college, I really just want to go someplace with doms and say goodbye and good riddance to this pain in the ass island. Does she actually just straight up live on the island?
Uh-huh.
Like all the time?
Her and her mom and dad live on this island.
Oh.
Yeah. With their grandfather. Or, well, with their father/grandfather, depending on which one you're talking about.
I didn't realize she was full-time island until like this whole
full-time island.
Oh.
If you had to go to school that's not on the island, that is a nightmare. I don't that's horrible. Oh yeah, just cross the ocean. Yeah, for
at that point,
for
don't you
boat
just like
ride
a
every
private
morning.
teacher?
Yeah, you just get a private teacher to come to get a private tutor to come to school, or I guess get homeschooled.
They have enough money they can get a private teacher though. Like,
Yeah, they could just get a private tutor to come in and teach them.
crazy.
Why was
I
the
was
room?
crazy once.
Why was the rat rubber in the rubber room?
じゃあよ
It sounds like you were just in a room made of rubber scraps.
帰りは悪くて欠航ってなったらどうすんだ
Oh no.
Have you not been able to hear puns this whole time?
I've been muted this whole time. Teehee.
Wow.
Oh, we've been talking without puns this entire time?
It can't be the entire time, surely.
I think it was when I went to go get water. Maybe I forgot to unmute myself in OBS because I'm moving myself here, obviously. But I separately have a separate button on my stream deck for unmuting me on stream.
So that is one of these singular things that I really appreciated my mic's tap mute function for, is I could just mute the microphone. I didn't have to worry about if I was in Discord or anything. Just mute the microphone and walk away.
Oh my god,
I'm making a mic like that.
I don't know if it's a thing, but I want to see if I can get a cable that allows me to like just press a button on it somewhere to mute me, because I used to have a mic that I could hardware mute. And it was so much more like
convenient.
I don't know. I just like used to love hardware muting. And I don't really like pressing the mute button in Discord. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely want to get a mic with a button like that. Cat, so that way I don't have to press 2 individual buttons, because I have an individual button for Discord mute, and then I have an individual button for stream mute.
Yeah, no, I knew the setup that I had to do if I wanted to mute that way for Discord, if I was in a Discord call. Then, like, yeah, that sucks. It's just like, I then just like realized, oh, I just have tap mute on my microphone, so I'll just tap the microphone and mute it instead of worrying about either.
Right. Speaking of, I still need to look at new mics. I've just still been using the old one that wasn't working that one stream. So far, since that stream, it's been working perfectly fine. I mean, maybe it heard me talking about replacing it, and it's decided to work.
I could buy myself a fucking standalone fucking switch that I could feed my XLR mic into, and then feed that into my fucking interface. What the fuck? Who's doing that? Who's spending $100 just to press a button? Fuck me! You'd think it'd be a little bit cheaper than that, right?
Wait, just to press a button for... What are you spending the $100 on, Rose, to be clear?
I'm not spending the $100. I looked up if there was solutions for muting my mic that doesn't actually have a mute button. I was wondering if there was a hardware mute thing, and apparently all the options it's telling me are like $100 or more, and they're...
Yeah, to get an audio interface?
Yeah,
no, not an audio interface. I have an audio interface. There's no like mute button on my audio interface for some reason.
Really?
No, there isn't. I could change the gain, but that's about it. Fucking, you can get a thing to feed the XLR mic into it, and then bring another XLR cable to go into your audio interface. Fucking, but it's a singular button that you can press to mute. Like this shit.
So why don't you just use toggle mute through Discord?
Because I don't like doing that. I don't like it. I want a hardware mute. I liked when I had a hardware mute. I don't like the fucking muting through Discord.
Okay, so why wouldn't you use like a... But you can bind it to a key on your keyboard.
I could do that. You're right, I could do that. But I also don't want it.
Like a Stream Deck.
Yes, also that too. That would be a cheaper alternative. I was just saying that it's weird that the solutions for like a hardware mute button are like $100.
I mean, for an extremely niche problem that annoys you, $100 is kind of...
But it's a button. It's a singular button. It shouldn't be that difficult.
Well,
there's no way it's that hard to like fucking have a thing like that, right?
I'm sure if you had like the wiring know-how, you could probably set up like a physical like switch for like the wire connecting to your computer or whatever. But like, yeah, that seems like a pain in the butt. Everyone wants money. True.
But yeah, no, this is the shit I'm talking about. Look at this shit. That's $100. Well, 100 Australian.
Phantom-powered microphone mute switch?
Yeah, it's just to feed your microphone in, and you feed your microphone out, and you press the button to mute it. And so like stupid. I thought they would just have like, you know, XLR cable that has a button on it that you can just press to like cut the feed. You'd think they would maybe have that. I don't know. Maybe it's harder to switch and fucking add a switch to something than I think.
Yeah, this is what she's talking about, chat. Something like this is like $100. That's crazy though. Anyways, you know what else is crazy? So by the way, what do you do when the weather's good in the morning, but gets so bad on your way home that the boats are closed?
学校に泊まるのか？
Do you spend the night at school?
そういうのはよくあることだぜ。
That actually happens a
だから
lot.
祈祷できない人
So they have some
宿泊所があって
lodgings
よ
there for people who can't get back to the
そ
island.
こに寝泊まりするんだよ。
The island? Hang on. How many people are on the island?
Their islands, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, just like all the islands around, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's been
the
a
public.
lot of janky. There's been a lot of slightly janky translation in this. Is it a fan translation, Guns?
This is the fan translation, yes.
Yeah. It's not straight up bad, but there's just some jank in it here and there that I've noticed.
Yeah, and
I
there's,
think.
there's a
But
few
I'm
things
sure the intent is
I
just
don't like.
the people that can't get back home.
Yeah, right. And this translation seems a bit more direct than the translation I read, and I'll mention this a bit more in the future, maybe this stream, but it's very this is interesting for me to like compare the translation I read and versus this new translation. It's a very like interesting to see the directness of the fan translation versus the more what's the word? Change to sound better and cooler in English.
Yeah, and intent driven, I guess.
Yeah. There's a word for that, but I forgot it because I have a dumb femboy brain.
Interpreted, I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little hard to. I don't really know the word.
Anyways,
下手すりゃ数日間家に帰れないこともあったり
have
す
a
るぜ
non-plus want to make something like that for cheaper? Yeah, that's what we were saying. Roused.
Go back to that. I stay over there sometimes when it gets really bad. I can't get back home for a few days at a time.
If
If you look at it from the perspective of those people who have to go to school every day on a train packed to over 200% capacity, it's easy to irresponsibly think that going to school on a boat seems pretty interesting and fun. But it's actually hard work on lots of days.
よく無神経な観光客がそういうこと言ってるぜ
Considerate tourists say that kind of thing all the time. Oh, inconsiderate tourists. I've had enough of island life.
早く高校出てこんな島とはおさら
I want to finish high school quick and leave this island behind. Oh, it's so hard being rich and living on an island. Oh my god. It sucks. Fucking hell. Ugh.
Okay, like to be fair, assuming Jessica wasn't rich, like her, I would also be very annoyed, cause like that's a
Yes. If you live on an island and you aren't rich, yeah, you would be annoyed. But like, it's just, I don't know. And I also, as a kid, I'm guessing because she's grown up with this, I guess she's just like thinking it's the norm. But like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would find it really cool to live on a fucking private island and get like most of the stuff you want whenever you want. You know.
There must have been a full boarding school you could have gone to. Why'd you go and choose the school on Nijima?
私は最初からそれを希望してたぜ
She also got to choose her own school. Like, most people don't get to choose a school. Most people just go to the school their parents tell them to. Like, whatever. That's what I wanted from the very beginning. It's Mom. She's always going on about how I need to learn manners and discipline as the successor to the head.
高校も地元になっちまったのさ
In the end, I got stuck with a high school close to home.
こんな島はご
Man, I hate this island.
早く都会で生活したいわ
Oh, I just want to go live in a city where it doesn't matter if No matter if rain or even spears fall from the sky, because as long as you stick some casual clothes and sandals on, you can still get to a shop in less than 5 minutes. Oh, what's the point of having all this money if I can't go shopping all the time? Oh,
yeah.
That's not me.
Just hold out a bit more. It's only a little longer until you graduate high school, right?
I can't wait a little longer. Ah!
Jessica stretched out and reclined on the sofa. Maybe because now was a bad time slot, there weren't any interesting programs on, and we had nothing to do but languidly kill time until we were called for dinner. In the end, Maria had not returned to the cousin's room. She had probably been brought back to the mansion by Auntie Rosa. It had been pretty boring for Maria, all by herself while the adults are having a confusing conversation. We thought we might head over to the mansion to see her, but after all, there was this lousy weather, and there wasn't much time until dinner, so we stayed where we were. At that time, we heard the sound of a humble knock. Jessica answered.
Hello?
Preparations for dinner are complete. Please come to the mansion. It was Kan-kun's voice. He went to all the trouble of coming from the mansion in this rain just to call us over? Couldn't he have just called us on the telephone? Oh well, maybe sometimes part of a servant's duty is to go against common sense.
Just when I was getting hungry. Let's go.
George and Nikki turned off the television and stood up. My stomach's been growling for ages. Main family dinners were always fancy as hell, every time. And didn't Goto-san say it was calf steak or something? Ooh, I can't wait.
They even got more fabulous on the day of the family conference. I'm even looking forward to it. Let's go, let's go.
As we left the room, Kan-kun bowed silently and respectfully. Blech.
Alright, let's go. Is the rain nasty out there?
Bless you.
Rah!
Yes. Please take care not to get your garments wet. After seeing the three of us out, Kan-kun peered into the empty room. Is Maria-sama not with you?
Nope. Isn't she with Auntie Rosa? Gulp.
Meanwhile, Rosa, lying on the sofa in the empty parlor, had fallen asleep at some point. She was bearing a burden on her shoulders that the children could never even imagine. Therefore, when she let herself relax, that exhaustion quickly led her into the world of sleep. Realizing this, Genji brought a blanket over to her. When he tried to spread it over her, her eyes snapped open as though she had received an electric shock.
Oh, it's you, Genji-san. Thank you.
When she realized the thing that had touched her was just a blanket, and that Genji had been considerably giving it to her, she let out a sigh of relief.
Oh my god, I'm talking to myself! Yeah!
Rose is talking to
Did I
herself.
wake you up?
Yeah.
My sincere apologies. No, it's okay. I hadn't planned on sleeping in the first place. What time is it now?
As for the time, Genji checked a pocket watch that he took out of his
Yeah,
shirt
the
pocket.
pocket watch? Holy shit! He's fucking
Yeah.
actually fucking, what's the word? He's fucking butler maxing. It is slightly after 6 o'clock.
Rosa gave her head a little shake as she realized that even though it felt like she had slept for a long time, not much time had actually passed. Even though she didn't feel rested at all, the drowsiness that wrapped around her felt very deep. Pocket watchers. Hello, fake thigh.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Lucky Lucky. Hi.
I'll be fine without the blanket. I mustn't sleep at such a strange time. My sense of time has been completely thrown off. The rain has finally come down, I see.
Rosa finally realized that the peaceful sound that had put her to sleep was actually the rain that had started falling. You love pocket watches?
The wind is
Definitely
blowing hard too. Perhaps the typhoon is finally upon us. Sorry.
No, you're fine, Rosa. I was gonna say, I think it's cooler to pull out like a pocket watch than just look at your wrist. Like, not that it like matters in any meaningful capacity, but the idea of just I somehow think pocket watches are like cooler than wristwatches. Maybe it's like kind of like how you associate them with being like with butlers and stuff. I don't know. Anyway.
That is what they're saying on television. The typhoon is moving slowly, and they expect it to be like this all throughout tomorrow. I see. That wonderful rose garden. That must have been my last chance to see it.
From the window, what you could see of the rose garden was completely blurred by the wind and the rain.
It's not gonna have any flowers left. Maria, that's right. Where's Maria? I have not seen her. I would think she's returned to the guest house. Uh-oh, she's fucking gone.
Rosa knew her daughter's nature well, and the chill ran up her back. Maria was stupidly straightforward, to the point that stupidly could be repeated 7 times, and she was ordered to find something that didn't exist, she would look forever and ever. Even if rain was pouring down.
Yo, she's gone to the rose garden. No! The cousins left earlier, so Maria was alone. Unless someone told her to stop, she would stay there even if the spears fell. Well, they keep saying this. This fucking translation really loves saying the spears falling from the fucking sky. I've never even heard anyone say that shit.
I don't know.
Even
maybe they're saying.
Fell down from the skies. Maybe that's like a really common Japanese
It could be
thing.
some kind of Japanese saying, yes, and given that it's a direct translation.
It's a direct translation, yeah.
It probably
It just feels really awkward in English.
Is similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, people would say even through hail and sleet, I guess.
Yeah.
That would be the more
or even
common
if the sky
thing
was falling.
Say. Yeah. Even if spears fell down from the skies, without even opening an umbrella. Oh, what have I done? Losing control of my emotions.
As her mother, she had known that Maria's foolish straightforwardness better than anyone else, yet she had once again lost control of her emotions and done such a horrible thing.
Maria!
Okay, Rosie, might
That's very much a panic, not calling her. That's a
yes.
I know, I don't know how to do the panic. Maria! Is that better?
That's much better.
Rosa pushed Genji away and ran down the hallway. The outside really looked like a typhoon, and it was pouring down magnificently. Maybe because of some figure of the terrain, the winds were not as strong as as a typhoon, so an umbrella wouldn't be torn out of one's hands. Even so, it was enough to call it a storm. There was no time to admire the roses being soaked by the rain. Anyway,
typhoon?
What you say?
Have you ever been in a typhoon?
We don't get those around here. We got hurricanes.
Yeah, we get hurricanes.
Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase. Have you ever been in a hurricane?
Yeah, I have a few times. They get to New Jersey every once in a blue moon.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
North Carolina is where we get a lot of hurricanes.
I thought they usually hit lower, but yeah,
They do.
I don't realize.
That's the way the jet stream moves. You hit the lower and then come up.
Oh, that's fun.
Vast majority of storms in the Atlantic spawn in the Caribbean. And they either go into the Gulf of Mexico or they go up the East Coast. If they go up the East Coast, they can hit anywhere from Florida to Georgia to South Carolina, North Carolina. And a lot of them hook and hit the coast of North Carolina, which juts out from the eastern seaboard. Just from.
Right. I see.
Anyway,
I always, what they're talking about, like oh, we won't have to go to school on Monday because of the storm. I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I'd always be real excited as a kid because, like, the hurricanes are scary. You be without power and stuff, but that's also like kind of a dopamine rush. And then you can get out of school because all the trees are down and the roads aren't passable.
True. I guess it's kind of like the closest thing you guys get to a snow day, right?
Yeah, pretty much. There's those every now and then, but very rarely. But hurricanes, I mean, North Carolinians have what they call hurricane parties where like everyone gets together and drinks and has a party because there's nothing else to do during the hurricane.
Oh,
And
that
so, like,
sounds
people
awesome.
Like people will stay together, like families will stay together.
That's sick. We didn't have anything like that in New Jersey.
And it keeps you entertained when the power goes out because the power's gonna go out.
People kind of do that when we have cyclones. Well, not where I am now, but where I was living.
Personally, I would never, like, I think we maybe had some neighborhood kids stay at our house and then we stayed at their houses, but as an adult, I look back on it and I'm like, damn, I'm surprised my mom even wanted to do that because when the power is out and you've got well water, like, you're conserving every little bit of water, and also the toilet situation is a little rough, so.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
I don't think I ever had the water cut out during a storm.
Oh, are you on well water or are you on city water?
Oh, you were only
You're
on
probably
well
on-
water?
Yeah, the rural North
Oh,
Carolina.
I see.
Ain't no
Okay, yeah, no, I was
city
definitely on
water.
city water. I thought you were saying that your like city water cut out, and that's why you have well water. I didn't realize it was only well water. I see.
Anyway, I'm getting pretty worried about Maria. You don't think she's still rebelliously searching for that rose alone, do you?
I wonder. Surely not with this much rain, is what I'd like to think, but Maria-chan is sometimes really stubborn and foolishly simple.
We hadn't worried much, thinking that Auntie Rosa had taken her back to the mansion. However, it was concerning that Ken-kun had thought Maria was here when he came from the mansion to call us. I did not see her in the mansion, so I had assumed she was here, since Rosa-sama was taking a nap.
You didn't see her on your way over here?
My apologies. I opened my umbrella and ran as fast as I could, so I did not pay much attention. If he had cut through the rose garden on the shortest line between the mansion and the guest house, then he would have missed the place where Maria had been looking for her rose by a little. And it was raining this hard too. There was a good chance that Cancun had failed to notice her. Enough debating here. It'd be faster to just check it out directly. Aniki, you up for a little race?
So you think that you can beat me now that you've had 6 years to grow? Alright, let's find out. Let's go.
George, Nikki, and I flew out into the rain. Jessica and Cancun followed us.
Maria, if you're there, please answer me. Maria. Is that better? Am I doing a better scared impression? Worried impression?
I kind of just walk anywhere when it's snow. It's nice not seeing vehicles, right? I love walking around in the snow. I love the silence you get after a snowstorm. It's so lovely. When George and Nikki called back, Auntie Rosa flew at him in what almost amounted to a tackle.
That's Maria. Isn't she with you?
No, we haven't seen Maria since then.
Maria!
6 years ago, Maria had been 3 years old. She had been a cute and pure kid who would just accept whatever anyone said. But 6 years had passed since then. She was 9 now, and experienced the good and bad parts of life should have taught her something. And yet she's still just as innocent as pure as she used to be? Maria! As I circled the rose bed, something white unexpectedly turned to face me. It was a white umbrella. Maria, holding a white umbrella, was crouching, still searching for that rose.
Ooh.
Her face, which had turned bright red from her crying her eyes out, was dirty with water and mud. It was a truly pitiful sight. You idiot! Are you still looking?
Can't find it. My rose. Can't find it. Oh.
Maria had probably been there since the rain had started pouring down. It looked like her shoulders were freezing. She looked tired to the bone, but fortunately she was still holding an umbrella. Since she was holding an umbrella, she was not completely soaked. It's probably an umbrella from the handbag that Maria was always walking around with. Thank goodness. Seriously, thank goodness.
Badler, thank goodness you found her.
Maria, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Auntie Rosa threw her own umbrella away and hugged Maria.
Oh, it's not here. My rose isn't here. Oh.
Mama will look for it with you later. Okay? So let's just go for today. Okay?
Oh. Let it go for today.
It looked like Maria still wasn't able to accept it, but she no longer had enough energy left to resist. Jessica and Cancun caught up with us. I'll have a towel ready in the mansion immediately.
Maria! Were you here the whole time? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being such a bad mother.
Auntie Rosa, why don't we head back to the mansion for the time being? Maria-chan will catch a cold like this.
You're right. Maria, let's go. If we don't get you cleaned up, Grandfather will get mad at you.
Oh, I'm hungry.
It's already time to eat. You did a good job searching. Once the weather gets better, we'll all go and search together.
We couldn't stay in the rain forever. We took Maria with us as we headed back to the mansion. Maria apparently wasn't as weak as I had thought. When she remembered that dinner was calf steak, she started chanting, I'm hungry, ooh, ooh, and returned to her usual healthy self. Auntie Rosa didn't chide Maria for her ooh, ooh.
So that's it. You had an umbrella. You sure are good at packing the right stuff. She's got everything in there that she needs. It's like a fucking bag of holding.
Yeah. It's the black magic.
Ooh, I didn't bring an umbrella. Ooh.
Huh? And how did you get that white umbrella you're holding?
Ooh, borrowed it.
Where the fuck did she borrow it from?
It seemed that some caring person had brought her an umbrella. A normal girl would look for shelter once it started raining, but there was no way Maria's stubbornness would be broken by something like that. So maybe that person gave up recommending that she find shelter and at least brought an umbrella for her.
They don't have that many servants, do they? They can be like, someone, it's someone, who fucking knows?
Well, we don't even know there is like 5 servants today.
Yeah.
So,
and then there's the lower ones that like rotate every once in a while or something.
Yeah.
Really? I will have to thank them. Who was it? I knew it was! I knew it! I called it!
Ooh, Beatrice!
It was obviously her.
The name that Maria mentioned very happily was that of the island's witch. Rosa took a deep breath and asked again, trying to avoid hurting Maria's feelings now that she was happy.
Really? That's so nice. Wait. So who was it? The person who brought you that umbrella?
Beatrice! Ooh.
Maria, who quickly picked up that her mother didn't believe her, made an angry face once again. So Rosa stopped pursuing the subject. It looked like it would be faster to ask the person who had lent Maria the umbrella during dinner rather than ask Maria herself.
Beatrice.
Beatrice. Speaking of, Father, please at least join us for dinner. It won't be a family conference like this. Along with a dull pounding on the door, the sound of Krause's entreaty could be heard. However, that voice seemed to harbor a sense of resignation, that its sound would not reach its intended ears. Who would like to be Nanjo for today?
You picked up Nanjo before, I think, right? When we went without Rel before.
Oh yeah, I can do Kendo-san. Won't you at least go out for dinner? Haven't all of your children gathered here to see your face?
Hun's doing a Master Yoshi.
That's my Yoshi, yes!
That's my old man voice. I don't know.
Oh, it's good. No, I like it.
Oh, really?
It does sound like. It does sound like Master Yoshi.
It's varied. It's a different voice, because otherwise we're just merging together everyone. Silence, Nanjo. So the bishop won't work. One move short.
Kinzo's like, fuck dinner, I got a chess game to play. Apparently, Kinzo was completely focused on the final battle of his long-lasting chess match with Nanjo. His brow wrinkled. He
Nanjo.
continued to glare at the game board through his spectacles. Krause's voice didn't reach his ears. Kenzo-san, I am also hungry. Won't you go down and eat?
In that case, you can go by yourself. Let me consider this next move for a little longer. We are going to finish it tonight. Otherwise, it looks like this match will never in eternity be settled.
Nanjo stood from his seat, hoping this would prompt Kenzo to do the same, but Kenzo's eyes never left the chessboard. He knew well that Kenzo always displayed a blind concentration when it came to chess. But he had never seen Kenzo as focused as he was now. He was acting almost as though, just as he had said, if the game wasn't finished tonight, there would never be another chance for them to continue their contest. Further attempts to persistently call him would surely not reach his heart. Nanjo gave up and headed to the door that Krause was still banging on. The door to the study opened. Krause took a step back. Surely Kenzo hadn't actually come out. But it was Nanjo who stood at the door. Krause breathed a sigh of relief. Dr. Nanjo, his father... I'm sorry, I couldn't be of service. Kenzo-san's world is nothing but this room now. Nanjo shook his head with a completely defeated expression. Krause raised his fist once more and banged on the door, shouting, "Father, can you hear me? We're heading down now, but anytime you feel like it, please join us. All of your children are waiting for you." The voice was very loud, and the door was being noisily pounded on. There was no way it wouldn't reach Kenzo's ears. It was reaching him. However, he was ignoring it anyway. However, unlike the time he was being called down for lunch, he did not get into a rage. Kenzo was now simply calm at heart. It was almost as though he had attained a peace by turning himself over to fate.
I am not interested in dinner, nor my son's faces. I will only leave here when Beatrice is resurrected, or when I am chosen as a sacrifice for the key. The demon's roulette has already started spinning. What meaning does dinner have at this point?
As though the painfully loud banging on the door had completely failed to enter his hearing, Kenzo, in a state of total peace, silently thought about his next chess move. Just as always, Kenzo was the only one missing from the dining hall. Krause, wearing a bitter smile, returned with Nanjo. Just as always, father is not feeling well. He truly regrets missing this once-in-a-year opportunity to sit together with his gathered relatives. Eva and Rudolph snickered. Judging by Kenzo's character, he didn't regret it at all. And none of his relatives regretted that he hadn't appeared either. Then why don't we start dinner? Goda, get it started.
Certainly. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, we shall begin.
Upon finally being told to begin the family conference dinner, his highlight scene for the whole year, Goda nodded, grinning broadly.
I was wondering, who was it that lent Maria the umbrella? Oh my god. Oh no!
Can it be
no. It's gonna be fucking... It's gonna go awful. It's just she's gonna freak out.
When Rosa timidly cut through the silence of the dining hall, everyone there turned their attention to her at once.
Umbrella? What's this about?
It started raining while Maria was in the rose garden a short while back. It seems she borrowed a white umbrella from someone and I wanted to thank them.
It wasn't one of those. After you went out, Rosa, we changed rooms and continued our friendly chat the rest of the time.
Oh yeah, that's me. Haha, that's right. Even after that, us siblings kept on with our friendly chat.
The word friendly fell awkwardly from Hideyoshi's lips, so that even those that hadn't been there realized that it hadn't been a pleasant conversation. At the very least, it certainly couldn't have been me, Ava, Rudolph, or even Hideyoshi-san or Kyrie-san.
We were together the whole time, even after Natsuhine-san and Rosa-san left. The whole time until the meal started.
Nissan went up to the study with Genji-san to call father. At that time, the rest of us went straight to the dining hall. So it wasn't one of us. For a consideration like lending an umbrella, wouldn't it be one of the servants?
Roush.
So, Goda-san?
I've been in the kitchen the whole time preparing. My sincere apologies.
Goda looked slightly disappointed about missing this chance to show off. At that time, Shannon Kumasawa appeared, pushing a serving cart loaded with oh god, I'm gonna butcher this.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
The H is silent. Hors d'oeuvres.
Gotcha. Roush.
Then perhaps it was Umasawa-san or Shannon-san?
I'm sorry. Have I made this mistake?
Shannon shrugged, mistakenly thinking she was being accused of making some error, having come in part way.
No, you haven't. When Maria-chan was alone in the girls' garden, it started to rain. Sorry, the ghost that turns on our light randomly is turning on our light randomly, and Mel was freaking out. When Maria-chan was alone in the rose garden, it started to rain. Someone gave her an umbrella. Auntie Rosa wanted to thank that person.
Oh, Beatrice.
Maria, her mouth a thin line, said the witch's name in a small voice. Auntie Rosa explained the situation one more time. As she did, Kumasawa-san cackled.
Oh, it wasn't us! Oh, fucking hell.
You got more to read.
Shannon-san and I were... Shannon-san and I were preparing the rooms together, so we did not go outside.
Yes, I apologize for not being able to help.
Preparing the rooms? What do you mean by that?
Because of this rain, I thought that it would be difficult for all the guests to return to the guest house. So I ordered the servants to prepare the guest rooms inside the mansion.
Really? How thoughtful. That's right. It would be rude to chase us outside in all this rain, wouldn't it? Could you give it a rest?
奥様からそのようにご指示を受けまして、私と熊沢さんとカノン君の3人で準備をしておりました。
Yes, we received the order from Madame and I. Kumasawa-san and Kanan-kun were preparing the rooms.
そしてご夕食の時間になり、源氏様からゲスト
Then
ハ
it
ウスの
became
お子
time
様
for
方
dinner,
をお
and
呼
since we
び
had
するよう
received
ご
an
指
order
示を
from
いただい
Genji-sama
たため、
to go to the guest house and call the children,
カノン君が言ってくれたのです。
Kanan-kun left on our behalf.
This feels like really all just a convoluted way to say it wasn't the servants, which, like,
Yes, I
it
know.
suffices. It suffices. We know.
Yes, in fact, in that case, did Hannah's son find Maria on the way to the guest house and hand her the umbrella?
Oh, that's not it.
The person who had actually received the umbrella denied it. Rosa
I
was
kind of
troubled.
want the fucking grandfather to be here so he can actually be like, yeah, it was her. Like, someone to stand up for his little kid. Because if he was here, he would at least stand up for the kid. Because he'd be like, she knows what I'm talking about. I actually think she'd be his favorite.
Like, give me an
I would
umbrella.
imagine.
She's fucking just as insane as he is.
Black magic. She believes in the witch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The witch.
All that she wanted to do was give a word of thanks to the person who had lent the umbrella, but she couldn't find them. And she had thought that asking like this, with everyone gathered for dinner, would work immediately.
Then Natsuhime-san. I was getting caught up at the next part.
After my friendly conversation with everyone, my headache was so bad that I have been resting in my room.
Oh my god, this kid's gonna fucking explode.
Classic overprotective mother that won't believe her child.
I mean, okay, to be fair, would you believe your child if they were like, yeah, it's the crazy witch that fucking grandpa keeps fucking raving about?
After everybody else in the house has been like, nope, wasn't me, I'd be like, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe there's a stranger on the island that she thought was the witch.
I think Rose is eventually getting to that point, as even Natsuhi did give her the umbrella.
Then who? Josuke and the kids? They can't be, right? No, that can't be, right?
No, it wasn't us. We were watching television in the guest house the whole time.
Actually, we thought Maria had just gone back to the mansion with you.
Then Canon-kun came. He asked whether Maria was with us. That was when we first realized that she wasn't in the mansion. In the first place, if it were me, before lending her an umbrella, I'd have grabbed her hand and pulled her under a roof. Rosa was completely baffled. One by one, the relatives and the servants were claiming that it wasn't them, even though it really wasn't something anyone would need to hide. With that, by process of elimination, the number of people it could have been wasn't large. Of course it wasn't me. Right after it began raining, I visited Kinto-san's room, and I've been playing chess with him until just now.
Which means it also wasn't grandfather.
Wait a sec. Isn't it starting to get a bit weird? Who's left?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Whoa, wait. Who could it be?
Could it be now?
Then who? Genji-san, huh? Wait a second. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm searching for some culprit or anything. All I wanted to do is, as a mother, thank the person who gave Maria an umbrella in the middle of the rain.
Giving an umbrella to a girl loitering in the rain was something to be praised, not hidden. Despite that, no one raised their hand.
You'd probably think someone's more likely to be lying about not giving the umbrella to her than than it being the fucking crazy witch that exists on the island.
Mm-hmm. Why? Everyone started whispering about how strange this had gotten.
Calm down, Rosa. Why don't we just ask the person who borrowed the umbrella?
An idea that everyone would agree makes sense. They were all scratching at their heads as to why she didn't just ask Maria, who had been given the umbrella. However, Rosa bit her lower lip. After all, she already knew how Maria would answer if asked.
Of course. Rudolph Coon here's got a rat. Maria-chan, tell your uncle. Who lent you the umbrella? A Beatrice.
The dining hall was wrapped in silence for an instant, but that soon broke and it was wrapped in laughter. I see. Beatrice, the witch of the forest, felt pity and lent her an umbrella. What a nice story. Rosa, there you go.
And
it was like an annoyed grunt. She's like making an annoyed grunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna come through if I try and make an annoyed grunt. You know? Like a Did that come through?
Yeah, came through.
Okay. It usually cuts off a lot of my noises.
Rosa didn't seem satisfied. She just wanted to say thanks for the umbrella. Why did everyone have to be so clouded in smoke?
Oh, just like Uncle Kraus said. Beatrice lent it to me. Oh.
Isn't that wonderful? Oh, innocence, such an enviable thing. Don't you all agree? Kraus was laughing with a face that was clearly mocking her, but Maria, apparently feeling that her claim was being believed, was overjoyed.
What's going on? Don't tell me the witch really appeared and lent her an umbrella.
Jessica asked me in a small voice that wouldn't carry over to Maria, who was sitting across from me. Has Maria ever been the type to joke? If we had heard that kind of story pop out of that old bastard's mouth, we'd have just taken it as another joke. However, coming from Maria's mouth, it became somewhat inexplicable, strangely unsettling.
No way, she's always been frank and serious. Hasn't she always just swallowed up jokes that were supposed to be obvious lies? Here? No way. Is it potentially that she's telling the truth? What the? Wait a minute. That can't be possible. That absolutely could not be possible.
Who knows?
I've never even heard of her cracking a joke.
Auntie Rosa probably knew that better than anyone. It appeared that because of this weird situation, she had no idea what was going on anymore. So, if Maria says that she borrowed an umbrella from Beatrice, that definitely was Beatrice?
We're talking about Maria here, so I can't imagine it was some kind of metaphor or joke. It might be best to take what she says at face value.
Then what's going on? Are you saying that Genji-san or someone put on that fancy dress for the portrait and gave Maria an umbrella?
That's the conclusion! That's the fucking conclusion! Oh, fuck. Oh, you know what'd be the most reasonable thing here? One of the fucking people here dresses up as this Beatrice and walks around.
I mean,
fucking hell.
it's
Fucking
more
hell.
realistic than the witch and the
And a
forest.
magic
Just
witch,
give it
yes.
an
It is
umbrella.
more realistic than a magic witch. This is real. This is true. This is 100% true. But, like, what the fuck? It just sounds so stupid. Actually, that's what... Oh, I have no idea. That's actually what I want to know.
Jessica shrugged jokingly, but her expression wasn't completely joking. Once the... How'd I say that again, Cat?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres were set out up. Once the hors d'oeuvres were set out and Gota showed off his vast store of knowledge, the meal began. A couple of casual chats broke out here and there, but they seemed somehow distant. It was a quiet dinner, granting no respite for the intrusive sound of rain that was creeping into the dining hall. Kumasawa and Shannon, pushing the serving cart, ran into Genji and Kanon on their way to the kitchen.
No. Genji-san, were you the one who lent Maria-san an umbrella? I wonder if the older servants actually believe the fucking thing or not. Because, like, they've been around for a while, and if there actually is a crazy witch doing shit, right, you'd think they would have picked up on it, right? Umbrella? Maybe. What are you talking about?
Heard the rain started raining and Maria-sama was alone in the rose garden. And it seems she borrowed an umbrella from someone there. But we don't know who that is.
It wasn't me. After all, I had thought that Maria-sama was in the guest house. When Battler-sama first found her, she was already holding a white umbrella.
I wonder what it could be. My apologies, but it was not me either. Either? Either?
Then you don't think it was the master, possibly?
Everyone in both the dining hall and the place where they were standing now had stated that it wasn't them, which meant that only Kinzo was left.
But it can't be. It can't be either because he was playing with Nanjo. Like, he was playing with Nanjo, was he not?
Well, there was some.
Are they playing chess? Isn't that what the thing?
I don't
think.
Isn't
that Nanjo's thing?
Yes.
I was busy playing chess the entire time with Kinzo. So they had to have been playing chess together.
That is what Nanjo said, but there might have been some gap where Kinzo wasn't playing chess with Nanjo. Because remember, Nanjo left the discussion and then chatted with Genji, and presumably after that went up to hang out with Kenzo. So maybe there was a gap and then at that time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he. That's not the right voice. Maybe he went down the corridor for some reason. When by the conference he saw Maria-san in the rose garden without even an umbrella. Sorry.
You're fine.
The master does not particularly like Maria-san, which is weird, because she fucking believes everything that he says. She like fucking very similar.
I agree. I can't imagine that just for Maria-sama he would trouble himself to go all the way down the stairs to carry an umbrella to her directly.
Oh my! How troublesome. So that means the only one who lent Maria-sama the umbrella really was Beatrice-sama. I think this fucking old lady actually does believe. I fully think she believes. I think she believes.
Kumasawa laughed, just like the relatives at the dining hall had laughed it off. She couldn't think of any other way to break through the smoke veiling the current situation. Just then, the crisp sound of hands clapping twice rang through the hallway. They all turned around and went to see that it was Goda, who was coming out of the dining hall.
Chop chop, everyone. When serving a dinner, it is essential to make sure the dishes are served with the proper timing. Please immediately see to setting out the soup. Genji-san, the women are in the middle of an important job, so please don't get in their way.
Kanon glared at Goda for being rude to Genji, a person who Kanon respected. Genji, realizing this, patted Kanon once on the shoulder, as if to warn him. Kanon reluctantly turned away and returned his expression to normal.
Obey Goda-san's order. Let us hurry now to prepare the dinner table.
Come on, we have no time. Don't just dawdle
He is
around.
fucking huge.
Hurry.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Goda's tall. Goda grabbed the serving cart from Shannon and drove it past her, heading towards the kitchen at pace.
That's... Then please allow us to return to the kitchen after all. Goda-san's patience is very short. Whoa! I love that she ends every sentence with
Because she's an old lady. He goes,
Please excuse me as well.
Kumasawa and Shannon left. Only Genji and Kanon remained. Through the window, the darkness of the rainy night could be seen, along with the occasional thunderbolt. Genji-sama, has Beatrice-sama really returned?
I don't know.
Should we inform the master?
Okay, so they do all actually believe. All the servants are like, oh, yep, she's real. There's no need. If she truly has returned, she will eventually appear before the master of her own accord. Furthermore, she's a fickle person. It would be pointless to report to the master only to find she does not appear.
I wonder if this means that the master's ritual has already begun.
Oh shit. He's gonna kill all his children. He's gonna use a ritual of blood magic.
Blood magic.
Blood, blood. Probably, however, that has nothing to do with furniture like us. Oh, we must return the favor that we received from the master until our final moments. The favor?
Yes. As furniture, that is our duty. The thunder crashed once more. Except for that instant when the lightning lit up the sky, all that could be seen out of the window was the darkness of the night. Just as humans rule when the sun is up, the time when the sun is down is ruled by those that are not human. the darkest of the night that now surrounded fucking Jiva was ruled not by the Ushimiya family, but by another master. Did this master take this colony of vampires just hanging out in the uncultivated forest? Is that what you're saying, Rose?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Did this master take pity on Maria when she was alone and pummeled by the rain in the rose garden and lend her an umbrella? Cannon looked at the rose garden's lights, dimly visible beyond the window. The dim lights were not enough to illuminate the surrounding area. Looking at those lights felt like making eye contact with the witch, and Cannon forcibly averted his gaze. If he didn't, it felt like his eyes would be absorbed by that light. If we need to take a bathroom break,
Okay.
this is probably a good time for it.
Okay, be right back.
Yep. I am also going to take a bathroom break real quick. I'm going to run some ads, everyone, so they don't pop up later. And then we shall continue reading Umineko. Okay. You guys in a second. Boop.
I have returned.
I am also back. So why is my let the BRB thing not pop up? There we go.
Popping up the BRB thing when you get back. Fivehead.
I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a proper BRB screen. I don't know. What do you think, Rose? Do you like it when streamers have like a fancy schmancy BRB screen they swap to whenever they're like on break or whatever? Or do you just like when they like what I had?
Yabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo. Are you Flintstones? Is that?
I just couldn't think of anything to give you as an answer. Sorry, I didn't have an answer for you.
It's okay. It's okay. Have you ever actually watched the Flintstones, Rose?
Yes, there was Flintstones airing at some point in my childhood.
Okay. I've seen a few episodes. I don't think it was very good or noteworthy. I think it was just kind of okay. But I haven't watched any like.
Yeah, I couldn't recall an exact fucking thing from the Flintstones. I can recall some of the running jokes that they would have on the show. Mm-hmm. Like some of the stuff that would occur multiple times. But outside of that, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't recall anything from the cartoon really. I do have some memories of the live action movie. I remember
I definitely didn't say that.
I remember it because it was one of the handful of movies I remember being on a VHS tape. That's how old it was. You had to put it into a VHS tape.
Right.
Like, did they still use those at all when you were a kid, Rose? Or were those like...
I had a tape player, yes.
Okay. I'm curious because like I only remember.
If that's what you're asking, yes, I had a tape player.
Yeah, like a VHS tape player, so you could just watch movies, older movies on the TV.
I think we had one that was like integrated into the TV, actually.
Yeah, there were a lot of
really boxy TVs.
Yeah, like the CRTs.
Yeah.
The cathode ray tubes.
I'm looking at these TVs. I'm trying to find one that would be more similar to what I had. But I'm not quite sure. It was so long ago.
Thank you for the follow, typing 111.
It was probably something most similar to this.
Typing 111. Thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Hang on.
Hopefully you've been enjoying the stream so far.
Apparently they've got to open this on fucking Facebook. That's fun.
Probably like a Facebook Marketplace thing trying to sell their CRTs. Although I don't know who's
no, it's
buying
someone
those.
talking about their CRT.
Oh, okay.
They bought.
The only people I would think would be buying those nowadays are Smash Bros. Melee players or there is something I heard. There's like people who there are some people who just like the look of old CRTs and stuff. Especially when it comes to like pixel art in video games.
No, this is the TV that I It's not the TV, but a type of TV that is similar to what I had. But I had the tape player in it.
Yeah, I had something like this as well growing up. It was a bit bigger though.
It was the TV that was in the spare room, which I had my PlayStation in. Well, me and my brother had our PlayStation in. And what's it called? Used to play on this until my parents eventually replaced their main TV, and then their secondary TV became my my main TV. But it had a line down it. So, would you rather CRT TV, or would you rather the TV with a big fucking line down it? Choose. And I was like, well, I guess I'm taking the fucking TV with the big fucking line down it, but still kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. My parents weren't like, they weren't like poor, but they weren't super well off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I got like decent birthday gifts and stuff when I was a kid, and I got a lot of toys, but like, you know, we cut costs wherever we could. Still, like my mum was always what's it called, buying the home brand stuff, and going to like, she would do half her shop at fucking one of the shopping centers and then do the other half at the other shopping center based on what had the best deals. Mm-hmm. That sort of shit.
Gotcha.
And like pretty much everything I got was, well, I got less hand-me-downs, but my brother and sister got shit tons because I'm the oldest.
Right, that's a situation.
I still got hand-me-downs though. I still got hand-me-downs because I got like my dad's phone that was like fucking dying. For my first phone and shit like that.
My parents got me new phones, but a lot of my like clothes and stuff were like hand-me-downs from dad. Or like when mom and dad would get a new fancy schmancy flat screen TV, we would get the old CRT for the game room, and that's how I played like the Wii and GameCube and Xbox 360 and stuff for a while. But
I started on PS2.
PS2 was like near the end of its life by then, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I think it was midlife when I was born, but when I was actually playing it, it was at the end of its life, I believe.
Right.
PS3 release, is it like 2007 or something? Okay, apparently where I live it's 2007, but 2006 for Japan and North America.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Mo.
Sorry.
PS2.
I would have been 4 when the PS3 released. So PS2 was pretty much at its end of its life.
Gotcha.
I fucking love the PS2.
I wish I had a PS2 growing up. There seems like there's so many fun games on there. Like Spyro and
I didn't play Spyro. I played. The only things I can really remember is I played Ice Age. Ice Age 2, the video game.
Ice Age 2.
Yeah. I don't know if I played Ice Age 1, the video game. I think I only played Ice Age 2, the video game. Hang on, I'll look this up.
You gotta look it up.
True.
Yeah, this is my favorite game as a kid. I also played that. Yeah, Ice Age 2 The Meltdown. That's the game I played.
A lot of those movie games kind of slapped back in the day. I remember SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for
I
Bikini
don't know
Bottom
if
and the
it
SpongeBob
slapped.
movie was
I think
good.
it slapped because I was a child. I was fucking 4 or 5 years old. So it slapped because I was 4 or 5 years old.
Okay, so it's the nostalgia talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting. I'm looking at the review Metacritic, 68%. I mean, that's decent for a movie game for children, I think. But it's not impressive. It's not crazy. It was just good thing to buy for a kid.
Right.
I also played the Scooby-Doo game, the one with all the Flubber, I think it was called. Scooby-Doo Unmasked, is that it?
We still waiting for cat milk?
Huh?
Nope. We're never waiting for cat.
Okay.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo Unmasked is the other game I played. That one was fucking goated. I fucking loved that game. Probably also kind of average, but
I don't think there were Scooby-Doo movies for the GameCube. I mean, games for the GameCube. I think they were PlayStation exclusives back in the day.
Nope, this is a GameCube. Platforms:
really?
GameCube, Game Boy Advance,
I put that on the GameCube.
PlayStation 2, Nintendo DS, and Xbox.
One of my handful of childhood memories I have is playing a Scooby-Doo game on the PS2 at a friend's house and being told that it was only on the PS2.
Oh, your parents fucking lied to you so you couldn't get it. Oh.
Honestly, maybe. That might have been the case.
That is a classic, honestly. Because as a child, I didn't know how to look things up. So my parents would just lie to me. They just went up fucking lie if they didn't want me to have something, or they're
they just it's all out of the store. Sorry.
No, sorry, can't get it. Oh my fucking god.
Alright, well, we are all back. Let us resume the visual novel. Perhaps the weather was also a factor. You often hear stories about how things like atmospheric pressure can influence people's moods and physical health. For some time now, everyone had been making periodic attempts to clear the gloomy atmosphere, but any conversation was quickly cut off, and in the end, the dining hall was simply buried by the sound of the rain. Dessert was some kind of chocolate cake accompanied by a pear sherbet. Goda enthusiastically explained the recipe of delivering the coup de grace, but I quickly forgot the details. The guest of honor, grandfather, was absent. The weather was horrible, and the person who lent Maria the umbrella was still a mystery. When dinner ended, no one felt even one bit refreshed. It was too late now, but I realized painfully that taste wasn't the only important part of a meal. The whole atmosphere was also critical. Goda-san, the supposed conductor of this performance called Dinner, did his best to enliven the place, dropping little jokes left and right, but it seemed they didn't quite get there. After taking orders for after-dinner coffee, tea, and orange juice, he left for the kitchen. As soon as he disappeared, Uncle Kraus spoke. My, how truly irksome that this dinner, which Goda worked so hard to create, has been so poorly received.
Yes, seriously.
Oh, was it bad?
It feels like nothing would taste good today. It's just that kind of mood.
There's 100 Night Fight, Mystery Mayhem, both good Scooby-Doo games. I still have them for the PS2. Oh, hell yeah. Did you play any of those, Rose?
No, I only played the one that I was talking about, the Scooby-Doo Unmasked. I wasn't looking up Scooby-Doo games. I like just had games bought for me at this age. I wasn't like going into the game store and looking at games. I was just playing what my parents would put in the fucking console and tell me to play.
Right.
Play this, you're annoying us.
Play this, go away.
I remember so many times when I fucking asked, I don't know, I might say like, what's my parents' favorite game? When I was a kid, I might ask them that, and their response was something along the lines of, the one that makes you the quietest for the longest. Fucking classic saying.
FMF 7.
You ever get that saying?
Yeah.
You ever get told that when you were little?
I didn't. No, because I was just quiet and just played games.
No, I was very loud and obnoxious. In case you couldn't tell.
Oh, I would love to hear why you feel that way. Sometime later, allow me as your older brother to help cheer you up. Auntie Eva grimaced slightly. I had already heard that she was not on good terms with Uncle Kraus, but now I could clearly feel it. When I looked around, I noticed that my dad and Auntie Rosa were also grimacing. Anyhow, it looked like there was something besides the weather that was troubling all of them. Auntie Eva and my dad, they both look like they're in a bad mood.
Really? I don't think so.
I asked Aunt Natsu, who was sitting on my right, but it looked like she was also... No, I said Natsuhi there. I said Natsuhi there. I said Natsuhi. I don't think I did Natsuhi. I asked Aunt Natsuhi, who was sitting on my right, but it looked like she was also in a bad mood. She snapped back as though she was absolutely not interested.
Well, our adult conversation got a little complicated. It's not something kids like you need to worry about, Battle-kun. Right, Natsui-han? Kairi-san?
Uncle Hideyoshi laughed as he spoke, but without his usual brightness. So I could vaguely imagine just how complicated their adult conversation had actually become. On top of that, even Aunt Natsuhi and Kirie-san, the people he had directed his comment to, ignored him as though they hadn't heard anything. I didn't know what kind of conversation they had been having while we kids were away, but it reminded me of how Dad said he had stomach cramps when he had arrived at the mansion. The family conference might have been a playful reunion to us kids, but it was definitely different for the adults. After Uncle Hideyoshi was ignored by the other adults, an awkward silence fell over the room. Kirie-san spoke up.
We're talking about how the kids' careers would turn out. What will you do in the future, Battle-kun? Just drift on to college? Wouldn't that be a little disheartening of a starting line for a long race of life?
Hey, wait a second. Kirie-san, you start talking about something like that right in the middle of a meal, it wouldn't digest well and we'd all get constipated, right?
That's right. We were talking about Battle-kun and Jessica-chan's careers. You can't take a future too seriously.
Hideyoshi heartily agreed, as if they really had been talking about that, but they probably hadn't. Kirie-san had obviously been trying to avoid talking about something. However, if Kirie-san had determined that this was the best course of action for now, then she was probably right. Taking this into account, I decided to cast aside my suspicions as to the cause behind Auntie Eva and Dad's bad moods. At long last, the serving cart returned, filled with coffee and tea. Kumasawa-san and Chan-chan served it to everyone. Koda-san then explained that, with this, tonight's dinner was over. If I had been able to eat in a more cheerful mood, it might have been the best dinner of my life. It was a shame that this greatest of dinners couldn't have been had under the greatest of conditions.
Oh, George Oni-chan, is dinner over now? Over?
Yes.
これでおしまいだよ。
We're all done now.
はしてないわよ。
That's not ladylike. Stay in your seat and calmly drink up.
Drink your wine.
Drink your wine.
Oh no.
Oh no. Maria looked like she was really excited about the occasionally crashing thunder. Maybe she wanted to quickly finish eating and run over to the window. She had been fidgeting for a while, waiting for the meal to end. Some people were afraid of thunder, while others found it interesting, and Maria was apparently one of the latter. So when she heard from George and Nikki that dinner was over, a huge smile broke across her face. Then stood from her seat, took out her handbag, which she had set under her seat, never having left it even while she was eating, and began fishing around inside of it. No one seemed particularly concerned with this behavior.
What's that? Where did you get it?
George was the first to notice it. As he spoke, Battler also noticed. When they looked, they noticed that Maria was now holding a beautiful Western-style envelope. On the front of the envelope, the Ushiromiya family crest, the one-winged eagle, was done in gold leaf. Furthermore, it was sealed with dark red wax, imbuing a level of class upon it that made it clear that this was not something that Maria should be carrying around for fun.
Maria-chan, what is that?
It seemed that Natsuhi had also noticed the strangeness of the envelope that Maria was holding. Because her voice sounded too serious to be admonishing a small child, the other relatives around her finally noticed.
What's up, Natsuhine-san?
What is that?
It's an envelope.
Beatrice.
Beatrice. It's the mystery letter.
Maria, where did you pick that up?
That envelope has Kinzo-san's. As Nanjo muttered that, even us kids could understand why everyone seemed to be frozen solid. The envelope that Maria held was one of the Ushiromiya family's heads, custom-made envelopes for private use. In other words, it can only mean one thing. This envelope contained a message from Kinzo. Oh? What is an envelope like that doing here?
It looks like something interesting has jumped out at us.
Just let me have a peek.
Ooh! No, I'm reading it. I was told to read it to everyone.
Uncle Hideyoshi tried to snatch the envelope out from Maria's hands, but she protected it as though hugging it, and didn't let it go.
Hideyoshi-san, you shouldn't take something away from a child by brute force. Maria-chan, where did you get this envelope?
Ooh! Got it from Beatrice when she gave me the umbrella. She told me to read it to everyone after the meal was over. I'm the witch's messenger.
Messenger.
Ooh!
Messenger? The witch of the island sure likes to mess around. Valor tried to joke about it, but no one went along with him.
I wonder what's written inside of it. Maria-chan? Ooh! Reading! Ooh!
Maria casually opened the envelope. It was sealed with only wax. It was sealed only with wax, so she just had to remove
it. With only wax?
Only wax.
It's a brand of wax.
So she just had to remove the sealing wax to open it. That sealing wax fell onto the desk. Hideyoshi hastily picked it up and stared fixedly at it. He then went to set it at the center of the table, where Natsuhi, Kyrie, and Nanjo glared at it. Imprinted there was the sealing wax that was the one-winged eagle which was the Umiya family crest, and also Kinzo's personal crest.
This is the family's head's personal crest.
Oh, that's me. It took me a second to be like, I know because I have received letters from Kinzo-san before. Without a doubt, this is Kinzo-san's wax seal.
The amount of times I've fucking been like, oh wait, that's me. Good to hear someone else do it.
But in this mansion, couldn't there be several identicals? Couldn't someone other than Kinzo-san have sealed it?
No, Kinzo-san would always use a ring on his finger, his proof of the Ushimiya family headship, when he sealed the wax. The shape and complex design is definitely Kinzo-san's seal.
You changed your old man voice.
Did I?
Not good enough puns!
What about the Yoshi?
What'd you say?
Practice your Master Yoshi. You have to your Master Yoshi.
Ah, Goku!
Goku!
That is not necessary.
Titties
Ah, Booba!
and women.
True, he does like those things.
He likes more than just women.
Underage women. pretty frequently.
I think it's only in the first series. And it's like only at the start while Bulma's still a child. But like, that's still weird.
Is that Sushi's at you? Yes, Goku.
Goku!
That is not necessarily so. Anyone in the family must have received a letter from Dad at least once. We can't eliminate the possibility that someone, using that wax as a model, created a fake seal to pass themselves off as father.
I agree with Aneki. No matter how the seal resembles Dad's, you can't prove it's the real thing. Therefore, it doesn't prove that the envelope came from Dad.
I feel the same way. I cannot approve of arbitrarily deciding that this is Father's letter only by the seal and the wax. Dr. Nanja, would you mind refraining from speaking such vague words?
I apologize. I said too much. One after another, all of the siblings, from Kraus on downwards, rejected Nanjo's statement, saying that the envelope that Maria was holding had not necessarily been sent by Kinzo. They were afraid. Kinzo's intentions were written in there, and they feared from the bottom of their hearts that it might be some decidedly unfavorable announcement regarding the inheritance.
Maria, the person who gave you that envelope, was it the same person who lent you the umbrella, right?
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't know what ooh means. Is it true?
Ooh, yes. Ooh.
So in other words, the witch, Beatrice, gave you that envelope along with the umbrella?
Maria nodded forcefully.
I agree with my husband. It's a dubious letter handed over by a suspicious person. Can we, like, see what's in the letter before spending 20 minutes reviewing
Oh,
it?
because she's afraid of seeing what's in the letter. That's why she doesn't want to look at it.
Well, yeah, of course, but it's like... Well, is it... Oh, it's not even worth reading. Okay, it's not even worth reading.
Yeah. Oh, go on. What's the worst that could happen, right? Battler said it to Jessica in a small... Oh, okay, I wish I'd known that. In a small voice, pretending to stir things up, but Natsuhi heard him clearly and glared at him with threatening eyes.
That works out, the voice you did then. And then, Beatrice told you to read it after the meal was over, right? Ooh, I love the ooh as a response to yes.
Why not, everyone? This is grandfather's envelope. It's Beatrice's. Who cares who wrote it? Why can't we just hear what's inside before passing judgment? Thank you, Carrier.
Highly reasonable person.
That's right. Even if father didn't necessarily write it, I'm still concerned about its contents. Maria-chan, I'm sorry I tried to take it from you by force earlier. I apologize. So will you read it out loud in front of everyone?
Maria. Read it.
Ooh. As all the relatives stared fiercely at Maria, she spread the letter open with a rustle.
Do you really think it's Dad's letter?
Impossible. Whenever father has announced something to us in the past, if he didn't do it directly, he would always send Genji-san, right? I can't believe that he would use such a joke-like approach.
That's right. Maria, a messenger? That's seriously not his style. Rosa, this must be Maria-chan trying to surprise us with some kind of hidden talent, right?
Maria's not a kid capable of something so clever. Oh. Oh, she has no faith in a fucking child. Fucking awful.
Reading. Ooh.
The words came out of Maria's mouth, but for some reason it felt like her voice was different than usual. Everyone suddenly went silent.
Should
Welcome.
Or Mel?
This is Maria.
This is technically Maria, so you can keep
I'll
reading
affect
it,
the Catherine accent as a child. Surely.
Surely. Give it a shot.
So normally Maria talks like this. Welcome to Rokenjima, ladies and gentlemen of the Ushimiya family. I am Beatrice, the alchemist for this family, under the employ of Kinzo-sama.
I am the alchemist.
How absurd.
Quiet. I have served him for many years in accordance with our contract, but today Kinzo-sama has announced the termination of that contract. Therefore, I ask you acknowledge my resignation from the position of family alchemist as of today.
How foolish. What nonsense.
What nonsense.
I can't stand to listen to it.
And now, there is one part of the contract that I must explain to you all. I, Beatrice, lent Kinzo-sama a vast quantity of gold under certain terms. One of these terms specifies that all of the gold is to be returned to me upon the termination of the contract. Furthermore, I am to receive everything of the Urushimiya family as interest.
Ridiculous.
Everything?
Everything.
Holy
Everything.
Shit.
That is Jessica. Rose, you are Jessica.
Oh, that's me! It's been ridiculous from the very beginning.
So it's basically one of those things, right? Just like one of those contracts with the devil you always hear about? And then the contract is expired, and so she's come to collect the interest. She's trying to grab some retirement money for her old age or something? What a cheeky witch.
Now's not the time to joke around.
Battler made a face as if to ask, if I can't make fun of this, what can I make fun of? At the same time, some of the adults' faces were pale, while others looked completely shocked.
After hearing this, you may feel as though Kinzo-sama has been savagely ruthless. However, Kinzo-sama did append a special clause to the contract so that you would have a chance to preserve your wealth and honor. If and only if that special clause is fulfilled, I will lose my rights to the gold, and the interest is for all eternity.
A special clause.
What is it? Special clause. Beatrice has the right to collect the gold and accumulated interest upon the termination of the contract. However, if someone is able to discover the hidden gold of this contract, Beatrice must abandon these rights for all time. The collection of the interest will proceed shortly, but if any one of you fulfills the terms of this special clause, I shall return everything, including the portion that has already been collected. Furthermore, as the first step in this collection of Kinzo-sama's debt, I have taken possession of the Urushiya family head's ring, which signifies the passage of the Urushiya family headship from one individual to another. I ask that you confirm this for yourselves by examining the imprint on the wax seal.
You want me to accept this as real? That Dad would relinquish his ring is unthinkable. Cross was staring at the sealing wax as though he was trying to burn a hole through it. Ava and Rudolph were doing the same over his shoulder. I did have an odd feeling that something was missing from Kinto-san's finger when we were playing chess.
Dr. Nanjo! Don't say something so careless of fake memory. We can't prove its authenticity here. The questions of whether the father really handed over his ring or whether the letter tells the truth, we can simply determine by asking him directly.
That's right. It's just as Curious-san says.
Well, now I wonder, will Kinzo-san answer you? After all, the person's thoughts are sometimes impossible to predict using common sense. In any event, this does not leave the realm of nonsense. In the first place, the fiction of the gold is itself a deception by father. If you want to talk about non-existent gold, leave me out of it.
But you heard that what the witch is saying, right? About how the headship and all of the assets would be handed over to the one who finds the gold? So could this mean that the Beatrice-sama is father's legal advisor, or maybe in charge of his funds?
We can't possibly trust the kind of strange person who would entrust such a suspicious paper to a child. Aniki, time for you to open up. Is it possible someone you don't know is actually handling Dad's assets?
No, that's impossible. As the agent to the head, I have total knowledge of all of Father's assets. There shouldn't be anyone who can manipulate them without me knowing it.
Then there must be some assets that you don't have full knowledge of, mustn't there, Krausny-san?
Absurd, there's no such thing!
Oh yes, there is. One asset of Father's that you know nothing about.
There's no way that something like that exists.
No, it does. That'd be Father's, no, Beatrice's hidden gold.
Let's put things in order. In short, Dad has trusted some confidant that not even Aniki knows about. Furthermore, this person has always been in charge of watching and managing the gold. So it's possible that this person is a dilettante of a very rich family who provided his financing in the first place in the mock devil's contract. Could it be that this confidant, this Beatrice son, is trying to test which of the sons and daughters is most fitting to be financed by her goal?
What Curia said was something that all of the siblings wanted clarified. Upon reflection, they realized that during the time Kinzo's strange epitaph had been displayed in the hall beneath the portrait of the witch, they had always whispered that the one who solved the puzzle would receive everything, yet no one had ever clearly stated it. It was just something that everyone had hoped might be true. That had, right here, right now, been clearly expressed by Beatrice's letter. It clearly specified that everything of the Ushimiya family would be given to the one who found the gold.
Kinzo-sama has already publicly displayed the location of the hidden gold within the epitaph under my portrait. The rules apply equally to all who can read the epitaph. If you discover the gold, I shall return everything to you. Tonight, I ask that you enjoy your battle of wits with Kinzo-sama to the fullest. I sincerely pray that this night will be both intellectual and elegant. Beatrice the Golden.
I like the witch's theme that was playing.
What'd you say, Mo?
I like the witch's theme.
Oh, this game has a bunch of banger music. It's got a bunch of really good ones. This one's like really good too. Father, I know you can hear me. Please respond. The door to Kinzo's study was being violently beaten against over and over again like a percussion instrument. The screams coming from the other side were Krause's, Rudolph's, and sometimes Ava's voices. It was the siblings who were trying to intrude upon Kinzo's study to question him about the truth behind the mysterious letter. Kinzo was eating. An elegant tablecloth has been set over the desk, and the fabulous dinner that had colored the table down the dining hall was once again laid out. Kinzo continued his meal in silence. Shannon, taking away an empty plate, looked uncomfortably between the door being beaten and on Kinzo's face.
I was calling for you, but what would you like me to do?
Leave it. God values silence, and so do I during dinner. Goddamn, Genji.
Roush.
Should I silence them? Silence them? Jesus.
There's no need. It does not even reach my ears.
Kinzo coolly tasted his food. Genji quietly lowered his head and took a single step back. As he did, Kanon, who stood in reserve like a shadow behind and to the side of Genji, opened his mouth. Maria-sama seemed to have received a letter from Beatrice-sama, so I assume they want to verify its authenticity.
That daredevil, has she started already? Come, Beatrice. There's nothing lacking in the coins that have been wagered. Shall we enjoy this night to its fullest? I have no intention of losing. Your smile is mine for all eternity. If I could see it one more time, I wouldn't regret losing my wealth, my honor, or even my life. Well then, the roulette has begun to spin. Which pocket will the ball fall into? Noir, Rouge, or House takes all? Come, you may begin, Beatrice. I'll show you the power of miracles once more.
The strange letter that the witch had entrusted Maria with had wiped all memories of dinner from our minds. Maria had been repeatedly barraged with questions by Auntie Rosa and the other parents, and was now in the worst of tempers because no one would believe her. Even when we kids tried to talk to her, she would just ignore us. Our parents were all stirred over the gold, barring back and forth about the distribution of assets and completely forgetting that we children were even there. Even though I'd already figured out that they had been talking about this in the shadows, I never thought they'd be this blunt about it. And at least to us kids, it was a considerable shock. From what we could overhear, all of our parents want as much money as possible, as soon as possible. Back and forth about grandfather's inheritance, back and forth about the distribution of the gold if it was found, about advance payments in cash. It was so despicable, I couldn't bear to watch, even though one of them was my dad. It looked like Jessica felt the same way. We left our seats, although no one had asked us to leave, and went to hang out somewhere apart from the parents.
じいさまが飯の席にも顔を出したくない理由がよーくわかったよ。
I see. Now I really understand why grandfather didn't want to show us his face during the meals.
うちの親たちにはすっかり幻滅だぜ。
I'm so disillusioned with our parents now.
金だの遺産だの。
The money, the inheritance?
よくもまああそこまで大っぴらに。
How could they act like that right in the open?
俺の場合はクソ親父に幻滅しきってるからよ。
Well, I'm completely disillusioned with the old bastard. There's no way I could think any worse of him. Also, sorry chat for the stream flashing. Unfortunately, I'm using monitor capture for this game, so whenever I click to like OBS or something or anything else, it just disappears for a second. My bad. Anytime I hear ooh, I think of the O'Reilly's ads. Ooh, 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 O'Reilly's.
It's O.
Auto parts.
O. Not ooh.
Yeah, I know.
O'Reilly's.
Ooh.
Auto
That's
parts.
something similar to that. I think here. I think ours is O'Brien. They go like O'Brien. No. It's it does the O thing and then says the name, but it's not. It's not the same. Like it's not the exact same way of saying the name. They go O'Brien.
An automotive.
I don't know. O'Brien.
Tires.
It's a real estate place. It looks like. No. Okay, so there's an O'Brien real estate and there's an O'Brien vehicles and window glass specialist. Okay, I have no clue which one the fuck it is.
Well. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, I'm already completely disillusioned with that old bastard. There's no way I could think any worse of him.
そんなの私だって同じだぜ。しかし今夜のには呆れたぜ。
Sorry, I was just looking up the thing. Yeah, it's the main one I think from the. I found it. I'm like so like out of it now.
Lock it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have much longer.
And you think I'm not? But even so, that freaking shocked me. Shocked me to the bottom of my heart. What I was gonna say is the company that I was talking about is apparently they're a vehicle glass repair company.
Okay. Gotcha. Jessica looked down at the floor, irritated. She was always talking about how bad her parents were, but maybe she hadn't really felt that way deep inside. I could realize that from the depths of Jessica's shock.
You lost the manners and still being brought up by your parents, so you might not understand. But getting money is neither a simple nor pretty thing. Wow, George is really an apologist. Holy shit.
It's very interesting here because like it's a kind of like a contrast to how Battler thinks of George as like this cool older brother figure, but like you can see that in the 6 years he's been like what's the word?
Corrupted.
Like, molded by the adult world, I guess. Like,
he's been corrupted. He lost his innocence.
You're still minor, so I won't try to force you to understand now. But still, I'd like you to realize that your parents are doing their best in their own way.
Oh, great. George and Nikki's gotten all mature.
I know you're working hard as a full-fledged member of society, but does that mean that when the conversation turns to money and assets and stuff, you're capable of turning into a shameless, greedy vulture like our dads?
If it would just be about me, then no, I wouldn't want to do that. However, when your family and your employees, your subordinates and their families are all counting on you, there's some times when you must fight.
I hate that kind of fight. The back and forth about grandfathers and inheritance, it just makes me want to puke.
Jessica pretends to spit violently. That harsh reaction made the depths of her pain very clear. Let's stop talking about this. All this about grandfather's hidden gold, about property and inheritance, is our parents' problem, not ours.
I agree. At the very least, I think that being considerate and staying out of the parents' way when they are talking about when they are talking is the duty of the children.
Where's the fun in that?
Everyone knows the phrase, adults are filthy. But we had now seen that for ourselves, and that really did give us a shock.
I think I've ever heard someone say that, but yeah.
I think it's
probably again a Japanese
yeah, probably a Japanese thing.
Yeah. George and Nikki was now pretty much an adult, and I had already been disillusioned with my dad in the first place, so the shock wasn't as big for us, but it looked like it definitely was for Jessica. It looked like the shock that Jessica received was even bigger than I had thought. This girl, she was always talking badly about her parents, but it looked like she hadn't changed at all on the inside since long ago. Even now, she was still a pure-hearted, delicate person who couldn't doubt others. I'm sure she respected her parents as much as anyone else does, and that her parents started joining in with all the other parents right in front of us children, going, money, inheritance, my money. So it was no surprise that the shock of hearing that was so big.
Jessica-chan, please don't start hating your mother and father. I won't ask you to understand them, but at least don't hate them.
Roush. Hang on. Sorry, I was answering a message.
You're fine.
I get
Shut
it.
the DMs down.
Leave me alone a bit. I was being asked if I want something bought for lunch. Sorry, I had to respond, otherwise...
That's fair.
Fucking... You know.
6 years ago, I would have further taunted the dejected Jessica, but even I have grown up over the past 6 years. I realized it would be better to leave Jessica as she was right now. Jessica suddenly looked away sulkily and left the parlor. She probably wanted to be left alone for now. I could do nothing but wordlessly watch her back as she left.
Come to think of it, I wonder where Maria-chan went.
She's probably still huddled up in the floor in front of the portrait. Maria, who truly looked up to witches, had inspected that coming in direct contact with Beatrice and receiving the letter as proof would be an event that would surprise everyone and make them happy. However, the adults had doubted its authenticity and had not taken Maria's story at face value and had thoroughly bombarded her with questions. Even I didn't find it hard to imagine how much that must have hurt Maria. We couldn't speak to either Maria or Jessica. In the end, George and Nikki and I just abandoned ourselves to the sound of falling rain in the dark night.
I wonder what's happening with the typhoon. Maybe there's some news.
George and Nikki walked over to the corner of the parlor where the television was. He hadn't called me over, and I really couldn't have cared less where the typhoon was on the sea now. So I didn't go over to the television, but instead loitered around the window.
The wind hasn't picked up that much here, but I wonder if it's horrible over the sea. I didn't hear the weather report, so there was a severe... I did hear from the weather report that there was a severe thunderstorm warning. A severe storm warning.
Ah, Kirie-san. How's it going with you adults? Lots to talk about? It looked like she caught the sarcasm. Kirie-san shrugged.
That stomachache of a discussion could continue all night. It's very tiring.
Well, all I can say is, I hope you enjoy playing vultures at grandfather's property to your heart's content. It's disgusting.
I'll agree with you on that. If I could slip away like you, I would do it. Unfortunately, I can't. Even if I'm not allowed to speak. It's not easy being a partner, you know.
Kirie-san sighed, smiling bitterly. Well, yeah. They probably won't let Kirie-san, who married into the family, speak. Still, as Dad's partner, she has no choice but to stay by his side and support him. Being in the line of fire, she must be having to bear far greater mental pressure than me. I wasn't going to apologize, but realizing that I had spoken too harshly, I cut the sarcasm for the time being. So how does it look? Are they still stuck on the topic of the mysterious witch Beatrice?
More or less. They've been piling up secret agreements for some time, hoping for some kind of agreement between the four of them on the distribution of grandfather's inheritance after his death. And now some unknown fifth person has appeared to make things even more complicated. So there's no way that'll make for a peaceful conversation. One moment they're snarling at each other, the next they set up a common front. Natsuhine-san's not the only one getting headaches.
On the one hand, they all wanted a larger portion than the other siblings, so they were all rivals. But on the other hand, they didn't want 1 yen to be snatched up by anyone other than the siblings, so they were all also allies. I couldn't get her to tell me the details, but they were apparently arguing on and on about their ceasefire agreement and rules to prevent anyone from getting ahead, the situations under which their portions would be protected, and what legal measures would be taken in a worst-case scenario. By this point, my emotions had shot straight past disgust, and now I perceived them as a force to be reckoned with. So basically, Beatrice is like a saboteur sent in by grandfather. He probably wanted to scare the hell out of his children just for talking about the distribution of the inheritance without him.
Who is Beatrice, I wonder? If she is who she says she is, then she's a mystery that no one knew about until today. And also she knows about the existence of grandfather's hidden gold. Furthermore, she was even entrusted with the head's ring. She must truly have been trusted by him.
By the way, there is a mod that lets me remove the logo here in like the bottom right corner of the text box here. Would you guys like me to do that, or can you read it fine with the logo?
I'm personally fine.
What about you, Rose? Would that help you at all?
True.
So Suchu Rose.
さすがにほうきにまたがった魔女だとは思わないっすけど。
Well, obviously, I don't think she's a witch riding around on a broom,
でも
but she's surely a person mysterious enough to merit being called a witch.
I just hope Maria-chan will go into more detail about that. Even though she's just a little girl, everyone's been chewing her up over this. They really scared her. Now we can't even get her to, and we can't even ask her things she might have answered. I wonder if those people ever even read The North Wind and the Sun.
Was it for certain that Maria received a letter from a person who took the name Beatrice? Entrusting Maria with a letter and hiding away even now, when she could have just appeared and talked to us directly, she sure is shy for a mystery person.
Hey, Bala-kun. Do you think someone called Beatrice actually exists?
Who knows? Probably just a false name, right? Like she's grandfather's representative, so she was permitted to take on the name of the witch from his delusions?
No, that's not what I meant. Right now there's a total of 18 people here on Rokkenjima. Do you think that there's a 19th person?
Are there really a whole 18 people on this island? Wondering that, I began counting on my fingers, and it really did come out to 18 people. Do I think that a 19th person exists, you say? What exactly do you mean?
Just what I said. It looks like the person who lent Maria that umbrella was not one of us 18. Therefore, isn't it reasonable to think that a 19th person exists, and that this was the person who lent Maria the umbrella?
Well, yes, I suppose.
Then, where exactly is this person now? At the very least, she must have been on this island when it started raining. And since that time, the weather has been progressively worse, so taking a boat out would be pretty much impossible. Then, in that case, that person must be still on the island hiding from the rain somewhere.
Oh yeah, Rose, I asked everyone this while you were away. There's a mod I can get that removes the logo from the text box here in the bottom right corner. Is the logo, like, making it harder for you to read the text?
It's not annoying me at all.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
And without being spotted by any of us?
Certainly, all of us have been randomly prowling around all over the mansion and the guest house, but no one has bumped into a 19th person. Even so, this island is huge. There might be other places to hide from the rain outside the mansion and the guest house. At about this time, I began to realize the direction Kiri-san's doubts were taking us in. Kiri-san was denying that a 19th person existed. Beatrice was one of us 18. In other words, she thought that someone we knew well was using her name.
If Beatrice really was as she described herself, this person would definitely be one of the most honored of the guests. The most honored of confidence, trusted by grandfather. There's no way that grandfather wouldn't give that kind of person a warm reception. She would surely have been ushered into the mansion. However, we haven't seen anyone.
Wait a second, isn't this line of reasoning a little too hasty? Yes, no one spotted them, but that doesn't mean you can deny the possibility that a 19th person exists, right? Maybe for some reason they landed on the island stealthily and have been hiding ever since. It's what they call the devil's proof. It's easy to prove that something exists. If this Beatrice appeared in front of us and of us all and says hi, then everything is resolved. But it's impossible to prove that there is no 19th person.
Yeah, it's called disproving a negative. Not that I guess probably in... Yes, Badler-kun, your way of reasoning isn't bad. In the current situation, there's not enough information to either accept that a 13 person exists or deny it. But if you flip over the chessboard and think of it this way, we can be nearly sure that the existence of a 19th person is impossible.
Flip over the chessboard was one of Kiri-san's favorite phrases. This is something that when we were talking earlier about the translation, this here, flip the chessboard, in the translation I read, it's spin the chessboard around. Because this is, Kiri-san's about to tell Balor about the idea of seeing things from the perspective of your opponents, and I don't know, I feel like spin the chessboard around the forefront.
Flip over the chessboard sounds so fucking more. It just sounds like someone's flipping a chessboard because they're angry.
Yeah, it's flipping the table in anger.
Yeah.
Sounds like that. Would not have.
And like this is what I was talking about earlier with like the difference in translations, where I think spin the chessboard around sounds cooler, but flip the chessboard over the chessboard is probably the more direct translation of what they're saying here. And it's very interesting to see the difference in translations. Flip over the chessboard was one of Kiri-san's favorite phrases. I had also been influenced by those words and used them myself from time to time. When you get stuck trying to find a move in chess or shogi, by flipping the board over and looking at everything from your opponent's standpoint, you can often see a strategy that would give you the upper hand. Derived from this, it means to think by putting yourself in your opponent's shoes.
Okay. Let's say the 19th person called Beatrice actually exists. That person must have managed, without being seen by anyone, to stealthily arrive on this island and remain hidden since then. They had some reason for this, yes? In that case, why did they deliberately appear before Maria and hand her the letter?
It really was a contradiction. If they had some reason for hiding themselves, then they should have stayed hidden the whole time. But they had appeared openly in front of Maria. Well, wait, Maria even said it. Didn't she say that she had been made a messenger? Since Maria was the youngest and looked the most innocent.
Why would they need a messenger? If they wanted a letter delivered to the family conference, they could have just mailed it. If they mailed it to each of the 4 siblings, they would be unable to ignore it. There's no need to carry it themselves and secretly hand it over.
That really does sound pretty weird.
In the first place, if Beatrice existed, and she wanted to make her presence known to everyone, she could have just openly presented herself to all of us. Despite that, she chose the vague method of appearing through a little girl called Maria-chan and only gave us an indistinct impression of who she was. Contradiction. Let's go a little deeper, shall we? She appeared in front of Maria, trying to give us the impression that a 19th person existed, and yet she still hasn't appeared before us and is hiding somewhere at this very moment. The contradiction between these. Keep in mind and flip over the chessboard. In other words, the question is, why would a person want to give the impression that Beatrice exists as a 19th person?
If this person wanted to hide, then they wouldn't have made their presence known. And if they wanted to show themselves, they wouldn't have used the roundabout approach of entrusting someone with a letter. Which means...
It's simple. Beatrice is one of the 18. That's why they're creating the illusion that there's someone outside of the 18. A powerful suggestion of a 19th person.
Why won't they just fucking believe in his wish?
The only person who could profit from this would not be some 19th person in hiding. It would be one of the original 18 people. Of course, this reasoning is full of holes. If you turn over even a few of its premises, it will simply fall apart. But I think it's almost certainly correct.
This was quickly starting to sound pretty creepy. Who lent Maria the umbrella and handed her the letter?
If it truly is a witch, yeah, she's gonna be fucking weird and mysterious. That's like the whole point. Like,
right. But that entire argument relies on you thinking that there's a witch in the first place.
Yeah. Okay.
Like don't make it sound like I am like shutting down your discussion. I welcome you guys to discuss it, as this is a murder mystery, of course. Who had lent Maria the umbrella and handed her the letter? All of the 18 people had been ruled out, and yet Beatrice was hidden amongst those 18. Who was that person planning, hiding their true form and pretending to be Beatrice?
I also suspected that it might have been Maria-chan play acting, but the contents of the message are extremely complicated, so it's hard to think that Maria-chan prepared it herself. However, I can't deny the possibility that Maria-chan is working with someone.
Wait a second, Maria's a 9-year-old kid. What on earth could you suspect her of planning, and with who? What about her serious, too honest, and obedient character?
Yes, I also understand what kind of person Maria-chan is. But I think that's exactly why it's possible. That girl is a dreamer who looks up to and blindly accepts the existence of witches. So if a person appeared in front of her and said they were the witch Beatrice, Maria-chan would be so happy she would just swallow it up and think, I think.
So you're saying that if someone disguised themselves by wearing that fancy dress from the portrait, tricking Maria wouldn't be that hard?
Of course, with that reasoning, all of us women become the primary suspects. Anyway, who did Maria-chan encounter? Asking her the details of that would be our best and closest key to solving this riddle. But the key has been obstinately closed up inside of her heart. Everyone denied the existence of the witch without listening to her, and barraged her with too many questions about who Beatrice actually was. Maria-chan probably won't open her heart to the adults now.
In the dim hall, in front of the portrait of Beatrice, Maria was sobbing.
No one believes I met you. Ooh, I showed them the letter you gave me, but they still don't believe. Ooh.
Yep.
Anyway, Maria is holding the key. The key to whether Beatrice is one of the 18 people or a 19th person.
Maria is stubborn, yeah? That girl, when she gets angry, it's pretty hard to make her feel better.
Badly-kun, I think there's a higher probability of a kid like you cheering her up than an adult like me. After she feels better, try asking her. I know you don't care about all this back and forth on the distribution of the inheritance. But don't you think this classic Western mansion mystery situation is exciting? Who in the world gave Maria-chan the letter? It makes my intellectual curiosity tingle.
Even while being made to sit through those boring money talks, call this exciting? You really are tough. Thoughts are something else. I shrugged, exasperated. But I had realized. She had noticed the dejection I was feeling because I had overheard our parents' turbulent discussion, and was probably trying to turn my mood around. She has at least managed to make me feel good enough to hurl abuse. She wasn't my real mother, so I never felt like calling her mom. But it did make me think she's a real adult.
Hey brats, so this was where you were? Kirie, you really took your time fixing your makeup, didn't you? From now on, I'll start wearing it too. I'm sorry. A woman's makeup takes a long time. So, how has the discussion been without me?
I'm sure everything was all peaceful and harmonious. Kirei-san poked the weak spot under my arm with her elbow.
We decided to take a break to cool our heads a little. It looks like it'll last all night. I could cry.
His way of talking hadn't changed, but he couldn't completely hide his fatigue. I couldn't say I was sympathetic, but he looked pitiful compared to his normal, energetic self.
Still, that rain is awful. I don't really want to go back to the guest house. It seems like Natsuhine-san made preparations for us to spend the night in here in the mansion. What do we do? We don't need to think about that till you're done, right? If you run out of enough energy to head back to our room, then we can let them take care of us. You're right. We can think about that later. What about you, Battler?
If I stayed, I'd just get in the way. I'll be nice and go back over there.
Okay. Will you be back soon?
I don't know. It'd be lonely to head back by myself. I'll head back with the rest of the kids as a group.
Yeah. That'd be good. So, Battler, you won't just be going to sleep that easily, right?
Yeah, I'll probably be up talking with the cousins. It feels like we might be up all night. Is there a problem with that?
Okay. If, when the adults' discussion is over, and you are still awake, I want to have a little talk as a family.
A what? That doesn't sound like you. Apparently, Kirie-san was thinking the same thing. What are you talking about? She asked him in a small voice. It looked like Kirie-san didn't have a clue what Dad was talking about either.
I want to talk to you about it as well. I'll tell you later, so don't ask now. Please. Hmm?
I don't think there's anyone who ignores their family as much as this old bastard. And this was the guy that was asking us to have a talk as a family. Both Kirie-san and I couldn't help but get wide-eyed.
Don't make that scared-looking face. I'm the one that should be scared. I mean...
At that point, he swallowed his words for an instant. I don't remember Dad being the kind of person to artificially drum up suspense. You're freaking me out, Dad. You got your family all here right now. Quit being around the bush and spit it out.
I'm probably gonna get murdered tonight.
There was a huge crash of thunder. It must have been really close. Dad's expression, brightly illuminated by the lightning, was burned into my eyes. Dad's face, which always looked so sure of itself, and which always wore a taunting expression, was, for some reason that I couldn't explain, strangely frail. it was so worn out that he looked like a different person.
Huh?
What? What are you talking about? That doesn't sound like you.
I agree. What happened? You look so timid all of a sudden. It's not like you. I'm gonna go fix my makeup. Don't follow me.
Dad turned away weakly. After that, only Kirie-san and I were left, still wide-eyed. What the hell was that? He's gonna get murdered tonight? You don't think that mysterious letter scared him? Hasn't he been watching too many serial murder movies? Kirie-san didn't answer my light-hearted words and continued to stare at my dad's disappearing back.
Balak, when you told Rudolph-san to talk about it, he left without telling us anything. Even though he said he had something to say to everyone, he didn't answer you. Why? Flip over the chessboard. And when you do.
There's a contradiction that he said he wanted to talk but then couldn't. What? Can you see anything by looking from Dad's perspective?
Yeah, I can see something. He wants to talk about something. However, he doesn't have the courage to bring it up. So in that case, he actually means, in that case, chase after me, talk to me, and question it out of me. He also means the opposite when he says don't follow me. He means follow me and force me to answer. Honestly, what a spoiled little child.
What? Are you sure that theory's okay? That's ridiculous.
Can great detectives deduce the emotions and feelings between men and women? They can't, right? Figuring out the feelings of the opposite sex is an even more advanced art than exposing the tricks in difficult crime cases. If you ask me, romance novels have much deeper mysteries than masterpiece mystery novels.
I see. Is that how it is?
I'll be with that spoiled little child. He loves to act tough, but tonight he's completely tired out from that heated discussion. He probably wants someone to lean on at the moment. In responding to that need is the duty of his partner.
Sounds passionate. Then I'll leave the old bastard in your hands.
Yes, leave it to me.
As Kirie-san departed, I called out to her.
Huh? What?
I wanted to say thanks. Thanks to you, my gloomy mood has cleared up a lot.
That's good. Communication is important.
After answering with a wink, Kirie-san followed after Dad. Let me peek.
I will admit, after that conversation, I am a little exhausted.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're all getting exhausted, then we can.
I also
end it
need to go eat lunch.
All right. Well, I think this is a good stopping point then. Doop, doop. All right. This shall be where we end it for tonight, everybody. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out with us. We will be continuing this probably next week. Probably next week. I'm actually taking next week off of work to rest my arms a bit, but I think I could still do the visual novel streams. So unless if everyone else isn't, as long as everyone else isn't busy, then we'll do another stream next week.
Okay.
Same time, same place, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Thank you. Yeah.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
So true.
Alright, let's find somebody to raid. Also, thank you, typing 111 for the follow. Thank you again. Who shall we raid? Who to raid? Who is on? Let's see. Are there any homies online? Any friendos? I'll just raid Uzu. Hi everybody, go send Uzu my love and support. She's a big inspiration of mine. She's one of the people who inspired me to do these visual novel streams in the first place. So go send her all of my love and support. And as I said, we'll be continuing Umineko next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST. I will be live next on Friday at 8 p.m. to continue our playthrough of Scarlet Hollow, and then on Saturday for more Factorio. I will hopefully see you guys around then for that. Thank you all once again for stopping by and hanging out with us, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.